A sorry, a perfect timing on the the Ayano clock running out right as the music stopped. Yeah, everyone, and you're right. You're right. Protag's heart. He's heart skipping beats, palpitations, all that. He's got problems, right? Got to go see a cardiologist. But yeah, streaming early today. Just felt like it. Today we're gonna do the rest of Lucky Star Universe stuff. There's just a little bit more we gotta kind of clear out, like mostly the bad endings, and then Hinata and Hikage mini scenarios, and then we're gonna do Ayano route. So yeah, should be good. Yeah, if you will allow me to, I will. There's something that happened, I think, the day after I streamed last time. Yeah, oh man, you missed Hiyori's route. You gotta go watch the VOD then, because it's a good route. Or play it yourself, right? Either or. It's a great route. But yeah, if you'll allow me to rant a little bit. Nothing crazy, guys, don't worry. The day after I streamed last time, right? So which was July 4th, I guess, right? Oh, I gotta get rid of this, right? Okay. Siva Gunner, I think there's been like some, no, not that. I don't need to click on ad for high dive. Normally there's been like, I guess, smaller Siva Gunner like channels that have done Rogaku no Otosai rips, but I think this is the first one that's actually by the proper Siva Gunner one, right? So yeah, unfortunately, though, as you'll see, I think you already kind of get the idea. So this is supposed to be a maiden's invincible love, which let's go take a look at that. Just listen to that a little bit. Okay, well, this is, if you don't, this is this song. Right, so not a bad song. It's one of the more kind of iconic, just generic stuff happening, slice of life moment song. But then they go with this. Man, SMH, man. Oh yeah, that's also funny, Kel, because there was a time somebody like posted on like one of the Lucky Star subreddits. They posted that they found that they're like, oh my gosh, I found this like really rare Lucky Star game. I have it. Oh, you want me to dump it online? I gotta preserve the lost media, guys. And it was just RGO, and it's like, dude, come on. It's not lost media. But anyway, this is more like when you think you found the rare RGO media, and then it turns out that it's just brain rot media. You found RGO media, it's brain rot media. SMH, guys. It's also there's not even actually like the actual song, right? Like Maiden's Invincible Love, or first off, this is the Lucky Star Rips title, like the title that I've given it in the patch, right? Which is fair enough that it can be translated a couple different ways. Is A Maiden's Love is Invincible, or also Ultimate, I think it's like Ultimate Teki no, then I like there's actually a little bit of a weird thing about this title in terms of translating it into English, but anyway, it doesn't even have the actual song in it. It's just like, what is this? It's like Saidai Seichi Carnival or whatever. It's just, come on, guys, come on. Anyway, that's enough. That has been my rant. Okay, well, I hope you guys all been doing well, and we'll get right into the game. Oh, I guess there's one other piece of news. I'll show it real quick. All right, I mean, I probably need to quiet. Actually, I think volume-wise, it's been fine when I haven't lowered the volume on anything. But anyway, we'll see. Give me a second. Okay. So I have to double check this actually. Oh wait, that's instance 2. It says instance 2. That's strange. Okay, well, let me quickly reset here. Get back up. So one of these is the one I'm looking for. No, not this one. It's Japanese. So there's this one. This got somebody has been working on like Russian RGO. So there's this now. Okay, music's fine. they've used a lot of the English assets. Like they didn't make the CGs in Russian or anything, but and there's some weird stuff going on here. Ayano. What Ayano's here? Crazy. Whoa, Ayano. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's how you say sound in Russian. I don't know. I think some of these are messed up too. Like the Otaku A, that's like off. But and I think yeah, like I think for like some of these like episode 4 CGs, they're still in Japanese, right? So I'm not sure what the state of it is, but exactly. But yeah, RGO in Russian apparently, right? So it's kind of neat. I think they're naming also now. Yeah, like it's got Russian letters. So Ayano's Russian? Yeah, never knew, right? So it's interesting. My understanding is the entire game has been translated into Russian. Like it's not like episodic like I've done it. But I can't say anything obviously about the quality of this translation because I don't speak Russian. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I think there's also been some issues where like stuff kind of goes off the end of the dialogue box. Oh, like there, right? So no clue about the quality of this, but back out of there. But yeah, like I think even if you go to like, we'll spoil ourselves a little bit and go to take a look at something later on. Like even like this is in Russian, so yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. How it was translated or anything, but there you go. It's interesting. Not sure when. I think that's like I think they're testing it. I think it's just like a beta. So I'm not sure when it's actually coming out, but there you go. It's in Russian. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh wait, no, we want English. English, please. I think there was also plans. I don't know. I've heard some intention on the part of the devs to dub the game into Russian as well. Which would be interesting because I don't have any tooling in my own tools to do like replacing the audio with different audio. Like I just never needed to do that, right? So I didn't bother. But if they managed to do that, that'd be kind of cool. So there you go. Yeah, and I know that there's also a Chinese one. I think I've talked about that before. Last I've heard, it's only episode 1. I'm not sure if it's made any progress, but yeah. So Chinese, Russian, are apparently other RGO translations. I think I've also been made aware of a Korean one. I think I talked about on stream before. So yeah, I guess it's kind of gone around, right? How do you go about making the tools? Well, in my case, I mean, you just gotta know how to program, right? Like, so everything I made is just a bunch of C programs. So they're just like scripts or the Patty, I guess I bring up real quick, the Patty text preview tool. I mean, everything else is just scripts, but it's all C code. So you just gotta know how to program, right? Like it's just tools like these are mostly just, I mean, you have data in one form and you want to transform it into data in another form, right? So it's like you have the script file like within the game, right? Like that's in some format, and you want to convert that into an editable format, right? So convert it into text. But yeah, it's just programming. I mean, there's probably good videos on it. I think Hilltop, if you've ever heard of him, has made some good videos on like how to make a fan translation. So but yeah, it ultimately just comes down to like you just gotta program. Like you gotta be a good programmer. Dubbing RGO seems like a lot of additional work. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Because you got at least like close to 20,000 voiced lines in the game. I don't know if it's like around 20,000 voiced lines. Big demand out there if they want to get it dubbed, right? I mean, if they can get it dubbed, I might ask them to like share those tools or how they did it, because like I wouldn't be the one to do a dub of RGO, but I mean the idea of somebody doing that would be pretty cool. Especially if they could find ways to add new voice lines and they could make the protagonist voice acted. That'd be really cool. If that actually got off the ground, I might be might be willing to help there somewhat. Maybe I could voice Man A or something, or Man B. Anyway. So anyway, we can get started, guys. Get started with the Hikage mini scenario. So you unlock... Okay. So you unlock this for just beating Lucky Star Universe, like getting the good ending. Alright, so she's at Animate. Just constant stream, all those otaku, right? Must hate him.
Oi! Hikage-chan! どう?仕事は慣れた?はい。
今日はお姉ちゃんがすみませんでした。
Where's Mini Timepiece Master scenario? Not yet, not yet.
まさかバイトのブッキングとはな。ただ、今うち人が足りないから休まれるときついんだよね。
Yeah, that's true. So Hinata works, as we know from Moedrol, and I think it might have also been, I don't know if it was in Miyakawa Kei no Kufuku, right? Like it was in the anime. But, yeah, she works at Animate, she works at Gamers, she works at Softmap, she works at Messe Sano. So, man. So she's not really even taking the day off. Nei-chan, thanks to your carelessness, I was forced into helping.
どうしたHikage-chan?
いえ、なんでもありません。あ、お客様がいらっしゃいませ。
Wasn't that the AAA RGO joke video? Yeah. Focus H!
その調子だ。頑張ってくれ。
An otaku's job is never done. No, do your best out here.
はい、わかりました。
Yeah, you gotta support her anime manga edition. She's gotta make money somehow. Those limited editions aren't cheap.
それにしてもこのお店、原色ばっかで目が痛いかも。なんかチカチカするし。
You know, Hikage, you say that, but the store is kind of pretty muted colors, I would say. Must be off screen.
何？あ、店員専用のトランシーバーが鳴ってる。あ、はい。なんでしょう。
少女 A 来店。繰り返す。少女 A 来店。オーバー。
Uh-oh.
少女 A とは誰ですか？おば。
Girl A? Is this related to perhaps Man A and Man B? Where's Girl B?
当店の乗顧客にして最大の難敵である。オーバー。
Your boss music.
おば。
Gotta take this seriously. Lock in, guys.
対少女 A 攻略作戦を展開する。各人気を引き締めて対応せよ。オーバー。
Over.
どういうこと？それに少女 A ってドイツなの？
Hikage, you didn't say over at the end. How's he gonna know that the message is over?
あれ？ヒカゲちゃんじゃん。こんなとこでどうしたの？ああ、泉こなた。あんたこそ何してんのよ。もちろん買い物だよ。ほれほれ店員さん、お客様は神様だ。我をあがめよ。
Man, Konata, you're right. More like Karen Izumi, right? Customers are gods. No, that's like a thing that Anime Tencho says. Takusan, kami-sama desu.
誰があんたなんかを。
Yeah, who do you think you are?
あれ？またトランシーバーか。あ、はい。宮川です。
声を潜れよ、オーバ
店長こそオーバー。
A と知り合いなのか、おば。
Yeah, they're rivals.
嘘。少女 A ってこいつのことなの？おば。
Yeah, that's another thing, right? I really like how in the Lucky Star games, like Hikage is a rival to Konata, but like they don't really do that in the anime, right? So
声が大きい、おば。
店長こそおば。
but yeah, that's probably factor into the anime counterpart being more humble. It's not necessarily. It's more Konata and Hikage are rivals.
とにかく彼
But
女
yeah,
に
we
商
gotta
品
do
を
it.
アピールしろ。そうすればボーナスを支給するぞ、おば。
Get a meat bonus. Imagine how much you could buy with that bonus, right?
本当ですか？
アニメ店長に嘘はない。健闘を祈る、おば。
どうしたの？何かあったの？ああ、なんでもない。なんでもないの。それよく今日って何か入荷した？早売りしてないの？
Uh-oh. No, she's trying to be a... Are you trying to be a scalper, Konata? You're gonna buy before Street Date? Buy them all up and then sell them on eBay for lots of money? Or Yahoo Auctions Japan? For exorbitant prices.
チャンス。こいつにはゲームで負けた恨みがあったっけ？なら、
Now, losing to her in that game might either be talking about... Like, it could just be a generic thing, but, like... This could either be... In episode 4, we do get to see her play against her in Lucky Battle Chronicle, so... That, or it could be... Moe Drill, right? In Moe Drill, they would often face off, and she would lose, right? So...
しかもボーナスもらえてお肉が食べれる。つまりは一石三鳥。
It's always the people you don't expect. Kona copy stir. I'll get the bonus, and then I'll be able to eat meat. Talk about killing 3 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, it's like a... Oh, baby, a triple!
これで今晩肉野菜炒めが。とんかつだって。もしかしたら焼肉だって。ふふ。これしかない。やるしかないのよ。
Kona's got a person who scalped the PS2 somehow. Man. I don't... Could you have even done that? I guess maybe back in the day. But there's so many PS2s nowadays, you probably couldn't do it. Man, Hikage should like hang out with like Chie Satonaka or something. And sharing their love for meat.
さっきから何をブツブツと。どうかしたの？なんでもないわ。こっちの話よ。問題はここからね。どうやって商品を買わせよう。
Okay, we gotta lock in, guys. How do we get Hikage to sell something to Konata? So, both of these are pretty interesting outcomes. So, we'll randomize. We'll check out both, obviously. Okay, we'll do this one first.
こいつに小細工は通じない。だったら成功法でやるしか。
If you mod ship it and find a really gullible customer, then gullible customer, anything's possible.
それで、早売りだっけ？それはしてないよ。
Yeah, I can't do that.
そっか。なら今日はいいや。
It's only Nintendo games that you're allowed to break Street for. It always seems that Nintendo games are the ones everyone's able to buy early if you can persuade the right Walmart customer or with a Walmart employee.
でもないよ。週末特価セールの真っ最中だもん。それって在庫処分でしょ？いらないよ。
Konata, that's your chance. Buy up all the cheap stock and sell it.
初回限定版限定セールだとしても。
Actually, it's kind of funny because limited first editions and all is that RGO itself has become sort of like a clearance game in like Japanese stores. Like apparently like it's very common to see RGO at like these like used Japanese game stores for super cheap. Like, even if it's the DX pack and it's been, like, never opened. Which makes me wonder how many copies of RGO even exist, right? Like, for them to be all circulating around like this.
なんと都心では初日になくなっても地方はただ余りってありがちでしょそれを送ってもらったの
Yeah,
よ
apparently so. You know, and I probably have single-handedly also contributed to some of the secondhand market being a little more expensive than it used to be for RGO. My bad, guys. Yeah, often saw in the big cities on day one. There's often surplus in rural areas. You know, you ship the shipment from that surplus.
でも箱とか壊れてない中身も大丈夫なの任せて安心アニメイト不良品は売りませんすげえ日陰ちゃんすげえ頼もしさに 100% アップだよ大したことないわ店員なら当然のことよでも店長の受け売りだけどねねえねえ写真撮らせてリアルなロリコ店員なんてなかなかい
No,
ない
you can't get RGO on PSP now. I don't think it's actually that expensive. I say it, like, it definitely has gone up in price. But I don't think RGO is that expensive on eBay still. Oh shoot, they if you want the DX, there's one selling the DX pack with like everything, like the pre-order goods too, for 160, man. Yeah, 60 for just the game now. Although there's one that's selling it for $13, so hey. Oh man. Yeah. I mean it goes up and down, but like yeah, it's a little high right now unless you can snatch up one of the few copies that are selling for cheap. You never see lolly store employees like yourself in real life, man. Yeah, because it's called child labor laws, Konata.
そうだこれを使ってじゃあそっちはカゴ持って七は商品を勧める店員ね本日はこちらの DVD 初回限定版がおすすめですいいねいいねそれもらいます
Yeah, €90 or $90. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
の隙にカゴの中に商品を入れてった
Oh, you're right. I could have done that. I could have been the scalper. No, I didn't do that. I have 2 copies of RGO PS2, but it's only because I wanted the 2 different box arts you can get, because the box art for the non-DX pack version is different than the DX pack version. And the disc cover art is a little different too. And then I have PSP, right? So I only have 3 copies of RGO. I should have done that though, man.
そんじゃ次はこれね
Also, Konatsu taking those pictures,
ナイ
huh?
スですね
It's like father, like daughter, right? She's into photography too.
しねこれで DVD3 つゲーム2つだこのぐらいでいいかな
Yeah, region unlocking your PS2. Or region unlocking. Yeah, I still have to do that. I have a PS2, but I can't play RGO on my PS2.
ありがとう日陰ちゃんいや来てよかったよ
But PSP is not region locked, so I can play I can play it on my PSP.
それじゃレジよろしくお買い上げありがとうございます
Anyway, it looks like Hikage has managed to get Konatsu to buy stuff.
もう仕方ないなロリコ店員に免じて
Boy is
買ってやろう
photogenic. Probably no, it's yeah, definitely. They're both into that photography. Can't say no to a lowly employee. Well,
あれあれ これも。あ、こっちも。ああ、これもだ。どうしたの？ごめん、これ全部持ってる。
Konata, why does that matter? You're gonna scalp them. Scalp them. They're on clearance. Do it.
嘘！全部って
Maybe she's more ethical than we thought. Darn.
持ってなかったら買うんだけど。悪いけど元に戻しといて。そんじゃね。こら、待てよ。別のの買っててよ。
作戦失敗だな。最後の最後でミスったか。
Lost the right to talk shit about her father's. I mean, it's kind of funny because yeah, they kind of are one and the same. She gives her dad a hard time, but she's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is age and gender. But you know, that's one of those things that Konata 30's got to explain to us. Has Konata stayed the same in that regard?
じゃあ、ボーナスは。
残念だが諦めてくれ。次の機会を待つんだな。
No bonus.
そんな。日陰ちゃん、大人はね、なんだって持ってる。
Hinata, don't say it. Adults already have everything.
ないものは、そう。時間と夢。また一つお利口さんになったわね。
That's actually pretty profound, Hinata. It's true. Adults do have everything. That's like very relatable to my life experience in some way. Actually, that's not somewhat. That's not entirely true. I definitely have more free time now than I did when I was like growing up or during like college, right? Or high school. I have more free time in that regard because I don't have homework, homework or anything like that. But I can get this, right? This is pretty profound.
これだから嫌なんだ。
Oh, that's true. She does like do that.
大人なんて
She must already have her 3 copies.
嫌いだ。
You hate adults, Hikage? You'd fit in right in with the Phantom Thieves. Go get some meat that way. Work for the Phantom Thieves. Go and change Hinata's heart.
少女 A
It feels like less because your perception of time. That's also true. That's also true. Yeah. I think about that sometimes. It's like, you know, you lived a whole lifetime. When I was in high school, it's like the whole 4 years of high school. It's like, oh, that was like a whole lifetime. Like so much happened, right? And then it was like, but I've like been over 4 years outside of like college, and it's like, yeah, a lot's happened, but it doesn't feel quite the same. But I think a lot of that's just because your life becomes usually a lot more mundane once you leave college and school and stuff. At least for me, it's been that way. Anyway, Girl A, we're back at it again. More plots to sell something to Konata.
それは正体不明の女子高生であり、アニメート秋葉原店の乗客にして交渉攻略難易度最大の敵である。
Difficult to negotiate with. Actually, funnily not funny, but interestingly, these pictures are actually different in RGO PSP versus RGO PS2. I should actually just show you guys because that's actually pretty notably different. So I'll just try to pull it up.
彼女は何者なのか。彼女の趣味は、思考は、金銭に大きく響くものとは。
Nice shot of her lack of a chest there, Anime Tencho. Yeah, that's definitely true. Like 4 years when you're in high school is like, that's like a quarter, almost a quarter of your life, right? Versus like 4 years at my time, right? Like it's starting to become like it's starting to become a 6th or a 7th of my life, Lamau. Okay, let me see if I can find these CGs for that because they're different. The pictures that he takes of Konata are actually different between RGO PSP and RGO PS2. Where? Oh, there we go. I'll show you in a second. Photos of her at the bus station. Yeah, they're all photography enjoyers.
謎が謎を呼ぶ少女 A。我々は調査を続行中である。
So you can see that it's these. But in PS2, they are different. Okay, there we go. So it's like this one. So these are actually better shots, and so they feel. They actually are. Maybe it's because they look like they're not. They don't look like candid photos. Like they don't look like they're like taken without her knowledge. They look like she's posing for the camera. Maybe that's what they were thinking, and they were like, that's actually kind of a mistake. Like they should look more like. Also, how did he take a picture of her eating chocolate cornet at lunchtime? Maybe I guess that's must have been their thinking. They wanted them to look more like pictures that were taken, like, because you can see they're blurry too, or a little bit blurry. Yeah, to make them look like they were sneakily taken. When does she wear that? Well, that's her manga outfit. On like the cover of that's like her manga, like the cover of manga volume 1 has her wear that. But also she wears it in episode 4, she wears it during one of those scenes, one of the time leaps. And she also wears it in Miyuki mini scenario. And in Moedro, yeah. Taken without her knowledge, stalking is illegal. Only if you get caught.
違う。これは調査だ。少女 A 攻略大作戦だ。
でもやっぱりストーカー。
宮川くん。
はい、なんでしょう。
店長命令だ。本日より君は少女 A 攻略作戦班コードネームサニーだ。
Wonder where that came from. Oh wait, why are we jumping into this one? I completely like missed this. There's a whole nother side to the Hikage mini scenario we didn't even check out. Oh my gosh, guys, completely forgot. Yeah, market. We'll get back to it in a second. But yes, his market research.
そういや、最近ゲームやってんの？
Been playing any games recently? I've been playing Rhythm Heaven Groove. And a little bit of the Star Fox game on Switch too. They're alright, pretty good.
もちろん、ずっと練習中だよ。
And of course, I'm always playing RGO, obviously.
どうだか。弱い相手を選んでるだけでしょ？
Only taking on weak opponents. She's smurfing! Oh, you know what? That makes sense though, because Konosuba is a smurf, right? As as Meatball would gladly say, right? So she's smurfing, only taking on the weak opponents.
そんなことないよ。日陰ちゃんこそどうなの？やってみる？
Wanna try me?
望むところだ。ゲームは何にする？
Like Ko. Yeah. You gotta battle Ko. Ko's easy.
ハンデをあげるわ。今日発売したゲームで勝負してあげる。
Game that came out today.
オッケー。だったらこれでいい？なんだって。けどそれ負けたら買ってね。家での練習用にするといいや。
Yeah, that's really weird. My YouTube is saying that like nobody is watching. Like there's 0 viewers, which is obviously untrue, right? Because you guys are talking in the chat. I'm kind of confused. Yeah, that's weird. Must be glitching on YouTube's end. Because you guys clearly are not. Anyway. Yutsuka beat Ko the very first time she played at the arcade. That's true. And she was just like button mashing too.
そうきたか。さすが店員。
Viewer counts aren't too accurate to be. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Especially, I think on the lower end though, they tend to be more accurate though. It's usually on the higher end you get little more. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. You guys are clearly in the chat, so it doesn't doesn't matter really. Just confused if like the stream was acting up or something. Anyway.
なんとでも言うがいいわ。さ、始めるわよ。
Count someone as not if they watch with the volume muted. I didn't know that. You see 9 right now? Yeah, that's what I would have thought. It felt like more like that. But yeah, well, we won't worry about it.
勝つのよ。日陰。お肉。お肉。お肉。お肉。お肉。お肉。
Meat, 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 meat. Meat,
Ikuwa
meat.
yo!
I like meat, especially because it rhymes with eat.
なにこのゲーム操作にうわ癖ありすぎ
The controls, they're so finicky. Oh, my controller's bad. Let's cope, Konata.
条件は同じよ技はよしこれだうそガード不能なぜそこまで減るうはははは理不尽すぎるわけど勝負は勝負さあこれで決まりだ
She must be playing as Konata in Lucky Battle Chronicle. Because Konata's busted in that game. She's by far the best character. Blame the lag. My controller. Ah, she's like acting like Darkside Phil. No, it's the game. I mean, Hikage is also playing as like Steve in Smash Bros or something, like some busted character.
あんた弱すぎサウスタウンじゃ生きられないよ
Right, Softtown is the SN, like it's from SNK games, like it's from Fatal Fury. Interesting. I did try to see, since she says the game does come out today, and like clearly they're playing some SNK fighting game here based off of this line. I tried to see if there was a specific game that they might be playing, but there's no SNK game that came out around the time of RGO, so.
いやーお強い腕を上げられましたな
She uses Meta Knight and Brawl, yeah.
これが実力の差よもう一回
Your
やろ
true
うか
power? More like your cheating power.
これでいいこのゲームもういいから
Yeah, that's also possible. Like, just a reference to SNK without the game being that.
どういうこと実はさ今日これを買いに来たのけどちょっと微妙かなって
Man, Konata.
けどいやーさすが店員さん地雷を教えてくれてありがとうそんじゃあまた
That's why you never let people play games before they buy it. You gotta.
約束負けたら買えよ
If you lose, you buy it.
作戦失敗かまた今日も戦果なしだな
That means like, she probably would have refunded it, right? Even if she had bought it. But I mean, let's be honest, she's just not buying it because she's a sore loser.
ということはボーナスも
当然なしだま次の機会に頑張ってくれ
そんな今日のことわざ勝負に勝って相撲に負けた
It's pretty wise, Hinata.
日陰ちゃんまた一つお利口さんになったわね
Yeah, you gotta play the long game.
じゃないわよじゃないわ
But
よ
yeah, she should have.
お肉私のお肉
Would Konata be the type to try and beat games before the 2-hour Steam refund window? I guess so. I guess so in this case, based off this. That's really messed up behavior to do that, to be honest. I know that's like hot topic these days, or like lately.
少女 A それは正体不明の女子高
Meatless
生であり
behavior.
アニメート秋葉原店
Okay, well,
ストーカ
違う、これは調査だ。少女 A 攻略大作戦だ。
ーでもやっぱりストーカー。
宮川くん。店長命令だ。
okay.
本日よ
She's
り
gonna be sunny now,
別に
right?
いいんですけど時給は上がります？
Can I get a raise?
だ。これでどうだ。
I think that's called bribery, Mato.
もう一声。家で妹がひもじい思いをしてまして。
Yeah, what worth does she have if she finishes? Yeah, that's really... it is really scummy of Konoto to do that. Especially since, you know, she just needs to get good. Or just play the broken characters. My little sister at home is starving. Man, we have such scumbag behavior from multiple people now. Hinata, we know you're not spending that on Hikage.
ならばこれでどうだ。
100円アップありがとうございます。それで何をすればいい
Whose fault is that, Hinata? Yeah. You do work multiple jobs, Hinata. It's not as if you're, like, not making any money.
もちろん少女 A 攻略作戦の発案だ。どうすれば彼女に商品を買わせることができるか考えてくれ。
そうですね。今まではどんなことをしたんです？
よくぞ聞いてくれた。まずは限定版ワゴンセール。
Clearance sale. So I guess maybe the Hikage mini scenario was that clearance sale.
しかし少女 A は全く反応せず、原因はおそらく全て持っている。何にせよ作戦は5秒で終了。次はレイアウト変更作戦。少女 A の行く先に一押し商品を平積みで展開。しかし
失敗したんですね。
ことごとくスルーされた。この作戦に要した準備期間1ヶ月。それが水泡と帰した。
Home. I mean, is it really, Mato? Like, unless you re-layouted the store, like, I mean, that probably helped sales for other things, right?
なぜだ。なぜ失敗する。俺はそんなにアホなのか。
少女 A は何が好きなんでしょう。
Only thing that was sold was Konota's dignity. Yeah.
もちろんアニメやゲームだろう。
Well, that's kind of saying the obvious, Mato.
ではなくて好みです。あと性格とかでしょうか。
So based off of RGO, Konata likes some. Ironically, she likes some sports-y type anime. She likes Ashita Joe. She mostly likes Gundam. Like that's one of her big things. And she likes she likes romance visual novels, right? But including ones with H scenes. Maybe especially ones with H scenes, who knows. But she's a VN fan, a Gundam fan, and a certain classic anime. I guess she likes DBZ, right, as well. And Code Geass, right? So it's like some shonen type anime, some Gundam, you know. There we go.
ああ。あれ。
She's her dad, basically. Yeah, she has very similar interests.
知らなかったようですね。
それを知るということはすなわちストーカーだ。サニー、犯罪は良くないぞ。
You'd have the stalker to know that. Breaking the law is not cool.
ではこの隠し撮りは何でしょう。
それはその写真だ。それ以上でも以下でもない。
You're just pictures. It's true.
でも隠し撮り以外の何者でもありませんよね。
サニー、時給もう少し上げようか。
Ooh, bribery.
ありがとうございます。写真は写真ですよね。少女 A
This is extortion. You're extorting me. You're going to jail.
しかしその思考と性格は不明か。それが勝利の鍵だ。
だとしたらどうします？
行くしかないだろう。少女 A の潜むかの地に。
場所はわかるんですか？
それは
この制服は両王学園ですよ。この子、そ
It
の
lives
近く
around
に住んでる
there.
んじゃないですか？
Hinata.
ナイスだサニー。しかしよく知ってたな。
まあ、いろいろと。本当はこの子、お友達だもの。けど、なんか楽しそうだし、店長には黙ってよっと。店長、今から何を？
いわゆる潜入作戦だ。これより少女 A の通うこの両王学園に侵入。もとい潜入する。
We'll be breaking, I mean sneaking into this Row High School. Try to remember some of the basics of CQC, guys.
でも、これって。
宮川くん、時給もう100円アップだ。
Man, she's gonna make so much money.
素晴らしい作戦です店長。それでいつ潜入されるんですか？
もちろん今からだ。善は急げ。店も長々と開けていられないしな。
そうですね、確かにそうなんですけど。
どうした？何かあるなら言ってくれ。無論
Keep in mind it
時
is your
給アッ
pay.
プも考えるぞ。
Alright, well, this one kind of goes better before the second one, so we'll do this one first. He missed Konata when he visited the school during Tsukasa's route of Yeah, I mean, the most he did, right? I forget. He did that, and then but there was also like, you know, Pyoko was like causing havoc. I forget all of that. That was crazy. I mean, it wasn't even just him, right? It was like Guy Denki and like all of the anime Tencho people showed up to Tsukasa, like for the sports festival. And, like Pyoko tried to do something. I forget what Pyoko was trying to do there, but she was causing havoc, and then, you know, Puchiko like was there, and Dechiko and all that.
木を隠すなら森の中か。よーし行くぞサニー。どうだ少女 A はいたか。
A particular branch of Tsukasa's route isn't canon. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of the stuff in Moedrol is just really crazy, so it's just like, I don't know. Like, it's what the timeline you'd want to establish for, like, what things happened when, or if, whatever, is like, who knows, right?
いませんね。教室でお弁当でしょうか。
I mean, that is normally where Konata
校
eats.
舎に潜入か。しかしそれは危険すぎるな。
It's kind of a fever dream. I'm under the impression that Moedrol 2 is also like that, so hopefully we'll see that before too long. You know. Net Idol Meister also has a lot of crazy stuff, but I think most Net Idol Meister stuff is under the pretense that it's under the context that it's all like made up and imaginary, like it's fictitious scenarios. But I don't know, maybe some crazy stuff happens in the non-fictitious parts of it, so who knows. The fact this translation exists really cool to you. Remember in like February 2024 you found out about the game. Still practically unheard of. Yeah, it was. I'm really glad that we've gotten to this point, because it was a huge uphill battle getting to this point, I'll say that. Because you think it was obscure then, oh my gosh, back in like 2020 when I started this, it was like nobody, like, it is very obscure, very, very obscure. You know, nowadays at least people know about it, even if they don't all like know too much about it. They at least know of its existence, right?
間違いない。隣にいる子たちも店で見たことがあるぞ。
You seen the other girls? So Kagami's going to animate.
あとは観察するだけですね。さてさて。
Let's see what happens, guys.
泉さん、ごめんね。それにしても店長、そのうち捕まっちゃうかも。
サニー、少女 A が動いたぞ。人が多くて姿が見えない。それに声も聞こえないな。
場所を変えましょうか。あちらに茂みがありますよ。
あそこなら声も聞こえそうだな。サニー、走るぞ。
Yeah, you think you knew about it?
わかりました。せーの。
どうあ、頭が。なんだ、何にぶつかった？
茂みの中に。あら、アニメ店長？
うわ誰だ？俺に何の恨みがある？
Oh, anime Tencho singular brain cell. Yeah, it's good. I wish actually Mojo 2 has some of the other anime Tencho as characters, so maybe I would love to see more of them. Because yeah, they're great.
で、電気！お前ここで何してる？
お、兄沢！それは俺のセリフだ。
Thing again, I didn't know what was truly obscure until I found out about Gift Prism. Genuinely nothing about the game in the West. I wonder if RGO was that level obscure back in 2020. It was pretty close to that. It's pretty close. I mean, I think the most you could find in English for RGO online at the time was there was like one game facts thread that like somebody talks about like I think getting stuck with in the maze of Lucky Star Universe, funnily enough. And then there was like the long play World of Long Plays video, which of course only does episode 1. And then there was like some channel that uploaded like the Kagami route specifically, and then maybe some other assorted moments from the game. But I mean, all of that was in Japanese, no translation or anything, so it was basically there was very, very little. And among like Lucky Star fans, like only like the really hardcore people even knew that RGO even existed. Oh yeah, an album with some of the OST, but that would have only been in Japan.
聞いてるのは俺だ。高校に忍び込んで何をするつもりだった？
あ、愛だよ、愛。
Also, Hey
お客
Meatball.
様への愛に決まってるだろう。
It was on YouTube. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, like, but even then, I don't know if I'd count that as like English content, like specifically for the game. Like it's more just like yeah, someone uploaded the music, right? Certainly, people actually discussing or actually like showing the game off in like in an English context was like basically non-existent. Guy Denki is talking. Listen and learn. It's true. We gotta listen. He's based.
わけわからんわ。
It's love. He's doing this for love, guys.
殴った。殴りやがった。社長にも殴られたことないのに。
Even the president didn't hit me. So that's obviously like the Amuro Ray thing. But he's also talking about I think sometimes he would get hit in like they talk
そう
about
で
this.
したっけ？アニメ店長の単行本では結構殴られていたような。
Yeah, the anime Tensho manga.
お、兄沢んとこの店員さんか。いいねいいね。うちの店に移らない？
So the anime Tensho manga. me see if I can bring that up real quick. Can they say that he gets hit a lot in it, and like, obviously the president they're talking about is like this president, the actual CEO of Animate, which is kind of funny. This picture I found of him, you can kind of see the resemblance, but like it's funny that this picture is one of the few pictures I could find of this guy that was in like good quality, and he's like posing himself next to like bikini pictures of Mio and Ritsu of some K-On girls. That's kind of funny. She says he gets hit a lot in the Anime Tencho manga. This is the only moment I could find where he gets hit by like any character, because he comes to like visit the Ikebukuro store, and then he gets punched by Meito. I would pose next to rank to Ritsu too. Yeah. So obviously I read a decent amount of the Anime Tencho manga, and he doesn't get hit that much, so I don't know what they're talking about there.
話をそらすな。うせえ。
お前だって
Oh,
似たようなもん
shoot,
だ
I'm
ろう
not showing the game anymore. What? What? The game crashed. That's rare. That's rare for the game to crash. Like almost. This game is very stable. This game is.
ショートストーリーだよ。
It's crazy. Oh wait, wrong one, guys. Katakawa, patch your game. I think it's more the emulator, like PPSSPP doing that, probably, but I don't know. Like it's very rare for the game to crash. Anyway. Don't look much better for you either.
一緒にするな。俺は乗客のリサーチをだな。
アニメ店長だ。
Meatball is a clear type. Yeah, he likes Ritsu and he likes Meatball, like, or he likes Misao, right? Very similar characters in some sense.
少女 A。
They look kind of similar.
お前もこの子目当てだったのか。
Last week's stream was pretty weird with the empty text boxes. Well, that was because it was a randomizer, right? Like the game was already kind of messed up on purpose. More like shoujo lame.
当然だ。うちの上得意だぞ。
しかし攻略激ムズだがな。
考えていたことは同じか。電気街。さすがはアニメ店長。
Actually, I was recording some live action footage for, like, I was recording like gameplay of playing RGO on a PSP for something that I was working on, and there actually was a weird glitch I also saw there where like the music suddenly like got really loud out of nowhere, like it was like crazy. I don't know what happened. Like it was peaking the speakers and stuff. It was crazy. I'd never seen that either. So there is some glitchiness to this game, but it very rarely manifests.
抜かせ兄沢メイト。テレビに出たアニメ店長はお前一人だ。
That's true. Anime Tencho to get his own TV special. Right. Unfortunately, I think there was plans at some point to make like an Anime Tencho like proper anime, and then it never happened. That sucks. Would have been
なん
great.
でこの二人がいるの？日向さんが連れてきたの？あ、まあ。
少女 A と知り合い？
というか、友達？
ねえ。宮川さん。店に帰ってから話したいこと
Anime
がある。
Tencho.
じっくりとな。
その前にうちと話そうか。
Uh-oh. Nanako, it's your future boyfriend. Don't punch him.
学校関係者以外は立ち入り禁止や。破ったらどないなるか、その体に教えたろうやないか。ん？
Making a good first impression with her,
事情
yeah.
を説明っていないし。
He ran away, right? He got away. I forgot about that.
とっくに逃げたよ。 おまけしますからね。ごめん、黒井先生、もう後ろに。
That's such a good voice line, it's funny. It's like goes up and down.
お姉ちゃん、うちとええとこ行こうか。なーに、手間は取らせへんからな。
店長、助けてください。時給を欲張った罰かしら。
Well, it is punishment for being too greedy, but maybe not for that so much. Okay, let's wait until after school.
放課後まで待ちませんか？その方が人も少なくなりますし。
そうだな。それでもいいか。しかしここにずっといるわけにもいかないぞ。
Yeah, can't do that. Be loitering.
でしたら、あそこはどうでしょう。体育館の中でしたら隠れるところがあるはずですよ。
Look, Roy, locate paying karma on Hinata, yeah.
わかった。行くぞサニー。見つかるなよ。
If they go to the backyard, they'll find me and Misaki.
よし。なんとか見つからずに来れたな。
これは劇のセットでしょうか。この影になら隠れられそうですね。
そうするか。サニー、寝るなよ。
店長こそ物音を立てたらダメですよ。
Man, he falls asleep real fast.
嘘、もう寝てる？しかもこのいびき、どうにかしないと。
Hinata, no, stay away from that chloroform.
あら、こんなところにマットがあるわ。
That's such a crazy noise, too. Also, you're like gonna suffocate him.
これで一安心ね。さあ、私は眠らないようにしないと。
Yeah, I can't even replicate that. That's like some insane snoring noises.
アニメイトの店長さんと店員さんね。
It's honestly kind of impressive if they like that was actually like his voice actor Tomokazu Seki like did that, like he actually did the snoring noises.
日陰ちゃんのお姉さんなの。
Though it wouldn't surprise me if that's just a stock
Nanda
sound
ここにいるんだろう。
effect or something.
あら、この声は確か。何にせよ、起きていただいた方が良さそうですね。眠っちゃったみたいですね。これはまずいかも。おーい、ひなたさん、起きて、目を開けて。
Finally, you're awake.
はい、なんでしょうか。それはこっちのセリフだよ。なんで学校にいるの？
よく寝た。あれ店じゃない。
両学園ですよ。私たち眠っちゃったんです。店長さん、どうしたの？何か用事？まさか泥棒なんてことはないですよね。
Nah, just to do some research, guys.
私、ここの責任者の宝と申します。何をされていたのか お話をお聞かせいただけないでしょうか。
どうするサニー、めちゃくちゃ疑われてるぞ。
そう言われても。あら、あれは台本でしょうか。
そのようだな。フェイトを舞台にしたのか。なかなかやるな。
それです。
耳元で大声を出すな。
どうしたの？二人して何の密談？
Yeah, they are. It is very like charitable.
じゃありませんよ。やはり情報通りだと思いまして。何それ？アニメイト秋葉原店特別出張サービスです。お得意様のあなたに耳寄り情報。アニメイトのスタッフがあなたのお手伝いをしますよ。
サニー、そんなの聞いてないぞ。
だって今決めましたから。でもこう言わないとごまかせませんよ。
確かにそうだが。
ねえ、お手伝いってどんなことでもいいの？現実的かつ常識的な範囲なら。そう言われてもな。みんななんかある？あります。ぜひともお願いします。実は役者さんが足りないんです。
Short on actors, huh? If only there was a certain Koyubuki here.
本番までにはどうにかしますが、練習の間だけよろしければお二人にお願いできないでしょうか。
アニザーメイトはアニメ店長であって役者じゃないのだが。
日向さんもお願いできない？困ってるのは本当なんだ。
A certain American exchange student, yeah.
できる限りセリフの少ない役にさせてもらいますからお願いします。
Man, few lines as possible so we can be like the grass on the side of the road.
そう言われても店長どうしましょう。
ああ、時間を稼ぐのはいいが、別にあれを倒してしまっても構わんのだろう。
Right, so that's actually a line from that's Archer says that. So we'll take a moment to watch that. Actually, I should just. Okay, well, I'll have to think about how I set this up so I don't have to switch between that. I used to be able to not have to do that. Archer, right? So this is from when they're gonna fight Berserker, and then Archer's like, I'm gonna buy time. Or actually, no, like, cause Reen like sends him off basically to die, and then like she's kind of feeling somewhat guilty about it, and then he's like, it's okay.
あなたたちが来ることは分かってたもの。私は主人なんだからお客様のおもてなしをしないといけないでしょ。
So I might have shown a lot of this for context, but like we'll just get cut a little further ahead.
あーちゃん、聞こえる？少しでいいわ。一人であいつの足止めをして。
Man, Reen.
バカな。正気ですか、リン。アーチャー一人ではバーサーカーにはかなわない。
私たちはその隙に逃げる。あーちゃんには私たちが逃げ切るまで時間を稼いでもらうわ。
If I remember correctly, Archer's like voice direction or his voice acting in like this part is pretty good.
賢明だ。リンたちが先に逃げてくれれば私も逃げられる。単独行動は旧兵の得意分野だからな。
He's like one of my. If I were to like work on my Japanese pronunciation, I think I would probably take some inspiration from Archer.
へえ、びっくり。そんな誰とも知らないサーバントで私のヘラクレスを止めるって言うんだ。なんだ。
Okay, I think this is when he starts to actually say the real lines here.
ところでリン、一つ確認していいかな。
いいわ。何？
倒してしまっても構わ
Oh, there we go. There is the line.
別に。ああ。別に。あれを倒してしまっても構わんのだろ。
Let's see. How does it sound? How does his performance compare?
ああ、時間を稼ぐのはいいが、別にあれを倒してしまっても構わんのだろう。
Not as good. Not as good, Mato. But it's kind of interesting that he wants to voice. He wants to like play Archer, given that Tomokazu Seki, right, like the the voice actor for Anime Tensho, he voiced Gilgamesh. What? It crashed again? Oh my gosh. Is this a result of like OBS and like OBS like hooking into the game in a certain way, like is making it crash? Like that's actually kind of bad. Maybe I need to yeah, it must be, because when I do this like with OBS, like it's like freaking out. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Could be a PPS to PP thing. It could be, yeah. It's just like, it seems like whenever I'm messing with OBS, like it's like that's when it's crashing. So let me quickly see if I can. Maybe if I don't change the scene so much, right? Maybe that's what it doesn't like me changing the scene on OBS all the time. So we'll just kind of do everything in the same scene, which is what I was trying to do, or I was thinking about doing anyway, because it saves me some effort. But yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead a little bit.
ああ、時間を稼ぐのはいいが。
Oh, BS!
別にあれを倒してしまっても構わんのだろう。
Yeah, you will have to work on that, Mato. You're probably better cut out for Gilgamesh, right?
ちょっと違うな。
やる気満々のようですね。
別にやる気満々ってほどではないが、アニメ店長たるもの、困ってる人を見過ごせはせん。
はあ、わかりました。ではお引き受けしてよろしいんですね。
ああ、よろしく。そしてできるなら私はアーチャー役で頼む。
Again, you play Gilgamesh. You're perfect for it. But it must be because
別の方がすでにやることになってますので。
it must be because Misao, right, already has that part, right? And Misao is fantastic as Gilgamesh. So.
なに？そんな！
店長、わがままは目ですよ。
はい。
それでは早速打ち合わせをしましょう。
And so that's how we ended up helping them out with their stage play.
さあ、そろそろ幕が開きますよ。その成果は本編でご覧くださいね。見逃しちゃ目ですよ。
There we go. Alright, that actually took a while to get through those mini scenarios. Because we were talking so much. But there we go. So now what's next? We gotta do the bad endings for Lucky Star Universe. Wait. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is just quickly run through it, get there. Okay, can I help? So we're gonna do all the bad things, right? So what do we do? The power is out. Let's buy new computers. Let's wake her up with a kiss. Kagami-san, eat the poisonous fruit. Okay, this choice you can't. Whatever. I want it, but I want it for free. No, Iwasaki. No, Minami. Don't help Utica. Let's run away. Let's abandon Utica. Let's just blame Dark Lord. Let's not help Dark Lord. All the bad things, right? One-click scam, right? There's no such thing. June must be a monster, for sure. We're not helping Tsukasa. We're not helping anybody. We're going to jail. And we're gonna all get tortured. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the maze. Okay, let's... So this is where the bad ending happens. So once we're out of the labyrinth, before Konato tells like Hinata and Hikage about our plan to contact the mods to ban Chun,
何か作戦を魔王さんより
they're gonna fall into the trap.
一番強いから確かにそれじゃと
Yeah, right here. Huh? What did I just step on?
あかん、トラップや。スイッチ踏みよったな。
バカ何やってんの
Huh? What? What? Plays out a little differently there. They don't do the in the good ending. They don't do that sound effect. Like they don't do the woo. Ow! Seems we took quite the fall. Is everyone all right?
なんとか大丈夫ははははは間抜けもいいとこある
Aren't you a bunch of dummies? We're in the center of the hall.
こら、まずいで。すっかり囲まれとる。
あんな初歩的なトラップに引っかかるのは信じられないやろ
You really fell into such a basic trap. I can't believe how dumb you are. That was the ending you got on accident. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get the good ending in Lucky Star Universe unless you know what you're supposed to do. So yeah, she got us trapped. It's pretty good CG.
ちょっと
Yeah, nice use of art. I'm sorry.
まだ何の作戦も立ててないのに
I'm so sorry.
お姉ちゃんどうするのこれどうしようもないわねゲームオーバーってところかしら
You die in the game, you die in real life. No way.
さあ天狗の納め時あるとどめを刺してお前ら全員の個人情報を抜き取ってやるわる
Alright, it's time to pay the pipe R. I'll finish you off. Then I'm gonna take all of your personal information.
やっちまいな
Tear the bitches apart. So you might be like, what in the world? Why is it translated as that?
やっちまいな
So if you know about the movie Kill Bill, which I probably can't show the movie itself because like copyright, for sure almost. Okay, let's see if it crashes. Let's actually save state just in case it crashes. I agree to your terracotta so far. Yeah, so they in Kill Bill, there's a scene similar to this, right? Where like a bunch of lackeys are sent by the Oren Ishii, right? The villain, one of the villains in the movie, to like attack the bride, right? Character, the protagonist of Kill Bill. And so she says Yachimaina, which they translate as tear the bitch apart. Which is them just kind of doing over the top like translation there, like over the top like it's not really what she said, but like yeah, it's like very over the top like exaggeration of what she said. And there's sort of this element that this character is Oren Ishii. She's part Chinese, part Japanese. And so since Chun is Chinese as well, that might also kind of be a factor into why they chose to do this. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay. No! No! What is wrong with OBS and killing my PPS's PP? Which tune learns what CVE? Oh, it is. Which one is that? It's like an exploit, right? Oh, okay. It's a very specific one. No! And we die. Okay, so after this point, the bad ending is the same that we've seen before. Where we kind of end up back in the real world. And Dark Lord is like in a pathetic state where she's like... she's being bullied by all the players with their souped up, you know, heal drink supers, able to defeat her easily, right? So she's just cowering in fear. You're so concerned about getting clapped by YouTube that OBS snuck up on you in the background. Okay, well, anyway, bad ending, so... Nice bad ending, guys. Okay, so now for the other bad ending. This is a bad ending if you choose to get the King of Gamblers sword, but you don't have enough clear points to win. So this one is actually kind of tricky, and I'll have to make sure I follow the guide that I made to like make sure I do this right, because it's very precise actually to get this one. You have to have like basically the exact correct number of clear points to get this bad ending. So I think it's you need to have like you have to have more than 7 and less than 10, but you have to factor in the fact that you have to get a clear point you get a clear point by accepting the King of Gamblers sword. So that makes it a little more trickier. So you have to have more than how many? So you have to have you have to have 7 or more. You have to have 7 or 8 clear points by the time you get to the end in order to get this bad ending. Okay, so we'll do this. I'll go for 7 just in case I overshoot it on accident. So this gets you 1, so it's 1. This gives you 2, I think. I think this is another good one. 2. And then this one doesn't matter. It just affects which person you see here. Sitter Up gets us 3. Taste Test of Poison gets us 4. I think this one gets you 5. What kind of drug is this? Yeah, 5. Go with her 6. And then 7. So now we pick bad choices from here on. Okay, hopefully that was good enough. Okay. Then everything will be good. Oh shoot. Oh no, we're good. Okay. Everything here will be good, and then when it comes to using the King of Gamblers sword, we use it. And we get all the way up until Luminous is about to show up, right? But what's gonna be different, so. Oh shoot.
ええことを教えたる。工場が長いのは小物の証
So it's
拠
right
や
when she says this, and then normally this is when it's supposed to turn into like the sirens are going off.
おかしいな。まだ来ない。
She's still not here yet.
なんやてそろそろのはずやろ
一体何の話あるか？
What the heck are you talking about?
あ、いや、もうしばらく待ってくれへんか
助っ人でも呼んでたあるね。残念ながら時間切れある。
Are you waiting for someone to save you? Too bad. You are all out of time. Wait, was something supposed to happen?
そこの二人、私が頼んだことちゃんとやってくれた？もちろん、お姉ちゃんが。 シャドウちゃんが頼まれたんでしょ。
なんやそのおじ
さあ、年貢の納め時やろ。とどめを刺してお前ら全員の個人情報を抜き取ってやる
Yeah, same line here about stealing our personal information. Never trust a Byakuya, yeah. Ah, everyone, get away! All right, this is a scene that was kind of crazy. I remember that there was back in the early days of RGO translation. When I released this part with the bad ending for the video series, I used this as a thumbnail, and like people like took this really the wrong way. Like they thought this was like depicting something much crazier. Like she just falls over.
豊か。
Like, yeah, RGO had to deal with such insane slander back in the day. They were like, what? What? Yutaka gets like violated in this game? And it's like, no, she just tripped. Is this game rated 18 plus? It's like, no, it's not. Goodbye, Kawasan, hurry, get back up. If we don't get out of here.
だね、もう間に合わない。覚悟ある。
I hope you are ready. Makes me wonder how the Miyuki route was received back then. Surprisingly, it actually wasn't that bad. Because the RGO haters never played or saw anything of the Miyuki route. So it actually made it through relatively okay. I actually don't think it did. Not that I've looked for that specifically, but I've seen pretty much all of RGO art that's on Mixers, and I don't think that there's anything relating to that. Surprisingly, it is pretty surprising that it's not, but I think we're good there. I think the most erotic art that I actually probably shouldn't say that. Let me describe to you the pornography that exists on Pixiv relating to RGO. But yes, the Miyuki route is insane. Like, it's actually kind of surprising that nobody has, to this day, it's been relatively safe. Even though it's in episode 1, like, even though, like, you don't have to play that much of the game to get to the Miyuki route, it stayed relatively safe. People have not, like, freaked out about it. Which, I'm glad, guys. I'm so glad for that. Because we can all sit here and laugh and have a good time with Miyuki route, but, like, Miyuki route, like, you know, some people could be pretty, like, they could, anyway, don't worry. It could have been a disaster. I guess it still could be, but I'm glad that people have been mature about that. Okay, so anyway, now time for Ayano route. While in Spain, why MC-kun was being massaged right before my eyes. Yeah. It's like, if you describe to somebody, it's like, did you know that in Lucky Star, there's like a moment where like Miyuki like uses her breasts to like massage a guy's back? They'd be like, what? No way. No way, but it's true. Such a crazy route. Again, it's insane they made that so early in the game too. Like, it's surprising that they didn't lock Miyuki route behind like episode 5 or something. Cause like, it's definitely feels like a late game, like extra, like a special route that you'd have to work for. The only thing I take away from Miyuki route is she's very cuddly yet controlling. Yeah. No, RGO haters, they did the things that they really got on about back then in the day was that Yutaka scene, and it was the Hiyori and Patty like trying to sexually blackmail the protagonist scene in episode 2, and then it was the obviously Konata heterosexual line, right? It was one of them too. Although I think that's been a lot better these days. People have been a lot more mature about. Or I don't know. I think people have learned to be more mature about discussing RGO,
うちを
which is a good thing.
はい。
Because now it's helped by the fact that back in the day there weren't really many RGO fans, right? And so like, you know, everyone was talking about it based off of like having no knowledge of like what actually happens in the game, and so they're just all just like, it's just a bunch of nonsense, right? Where it's a bunch of LARPers, right, talking about stuff they don't understand. But now you have people that actually do understand, and it helps balance out the conversation a lot more. Anyway, so if I said no, the heterosexual thing is a gag from the manga. Well, I mean, in this game, Konata says that she's heterosexual, like explicitly. She does explicitly say that, but I mean, like, let's be honest, like, come on, like, it doesn't matter. Like, does it really matter if Konata says she's straight or not? Like, it's okay, guys. Like, your fanfics are, you can still do Konakaga fanfics even if she says that. In the manga, she says something like, I'm not interested in being a lesbian in real life or something like that. Which in the Japanese, I think it's more just like, I'm not interested in being like, you know, I'm not interested in same-sex relations in real life, like, which basically means the same thing, right? So I mean, like, the manga kind of suggests in some places, like, yeah, Konata's probably not actually gay or anything, and that anything that she does for Kagami is just to tease her. But I mean, like, if you want to believe other things, like, you know, who cares, right? Like, it's not real, right? Yeah, it really doesn't matter, right? Like, yes, realistically at the time, if you had to ask me, like, what I think, like, realistically, like, probably Konata was intended to be a straight character that is just, they just do some fan service with her and Kagami because it's, like, funny and because it's, like, you know, they know what the fans want, right? They know what some fans want. But I mean, like, ultimately, who cares, right? Especially now, like, if they wanted to retcon that and they wanted to make Konata like gay for Kagami, like, you know, they could do that if they wanted to. Like, I don't think it matters. Like, the fact that back in the day they had it this way, like, they could change it. They could change it if they really wanted to, but we'll see. I don't think they will, though. I don't think they're ever gonna have Konokaga be real, but mostly because they just don't want to commit to anything. More so than anything else. We can't do this. Mitagishi-san, you've got to change the script. You've got to make me make out with Gilgamesh, right? Clearly.
それこそ無理よ。もう決まったものだし、何より場面に
So I
映え
can
が
kiss
ある
me
も
Sao
の。
instead of Konata.
文句言わねえの。代役 OK したんでしょ。
It hurts to hear you say that.
だったら協力よろしく。攻略開始は明日からね。
And yeah, this is all the same until we get to Ayano route. The next day. Also, hey Zainchar. Oh no, I'm late. I'm gonna be so late. From the title, I can tell this might be the final episode for RGO stuff. No, this is not the last RGO July stream. We're gonna go all the way until I beat the whole game. So that'll be like, it could be easily like another 10, 20 streams actually. We'll see. It's gonna be a lot more streams for sure. Okay, guys, I gotta bring up the translator's notes for this. So let's hope and pray, guys, that it doesn't crash this time. Okay, save state, just in case. Just in case. I'm also gonna keep PPSSPP like active in the background. So the "oh I'm so wait" is actually an insane reference. What is it? I don't even remember. If you've read the translator's notes for this, you'll know where this is going. It's like, it's weird. It's a crazy reference. Oh my gosh, go all the way down here. Yes, here. So this is Misakurago is what it's intended to be. It's not even Lucky Like Memory Routes done. Like it's gonna be like we still have Miyuki and then Kagami and then Yutaka and Minami. And Misao, of course. So like Misakurago is like in short, it's meant to kind of represent the kind of muffled speech that would happen if you have certain objects, certain cylindrical, you know, like M&M's minis containers, certain, you know, in your mouth, right? And so the idea is that he's like, it's because he just has like bread in his mouth or whatever, but like the particular type of like muffled speech that he's doing is intended to be like Misakurago. If you've ever, don't look up Misakurago. Let's just say that this one example that I could find was the only example I could find that was not very erotic. Cylinder started Adams too with the microwave mask. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry if I'm hard to understand. I can't really talk right now since my mouth is stuffed with bread. It pains me that I need to look it up to know what you were talking about. Yeah. The reason? I went to sleep at 6 a.m. I woke up after 8 a.m. because reading the script I was given. So actually, if you notice there, let me actually do it since I have the save state. You'll notice that it actually took a long time for it to... The text scroll was a little weird there. Like it pauses for a really long time. And that's because of the fact that there's the way I had to do this is I just inserted like a ton of space characters. And so the way that the text scroll works like made it kind of long. That's unfortunately one thing that I couldn't really fix. I tried to fix it to make it so it scrolled a little better there, but yeah, that line's a little messed up from that. I don't think anybody cares, but I did try to fix it, guys. I never would have thought it'd be so interesting. But can I really play the role of Shiro? ADV line from Rei with toast in her mouth from Evangelion Art Scenario. Oh yeah, like the, oh crap, I'm gonna be late! They do reference that moment too in this game, right? That's the moment when Konata's like, at the very beginning where you run into Konata and she's like, oh, I wish I had bread in my mouth, right? So they do actually reference that moment. Yeah. That's what I think of too. Come to think of it, my wallet's been low on money recently. Let's make sure I have enough to pay for food. Alright, that should be enough. I think this one actually pays you a little more. I think it pays you 1,000 yen, surprisingly enough. Yeah, if you do Ayano route, you get 1,000 yen. It's a little more. Nothing has been greater than the moment I replayed episode 2 after watching all of Evangelion. Yeah, they make a ton of Evangelion references in that part. Anyway, I've got to hurry up and get to school. I stuffed my wallet into my pocket, and right as I'm about to leave my room... Huh? Someone's coming to visit this morning? Someone's coming to visit this morning? What do you mean, Mom? When did you know that? Huh? Childhood friend? We're just classmates, though.
いいから早くしなよ。じゃないと遅刻するよ。
Whoa. What's with this all of a sudden?
幼なじみの同級生と一緒に登校。定番かつ鉄板のイベント。
Is this part of that route stuff you were talking about yesterday?
もちろん。ただし手をつなぐのは
She knows what's up and playing along. Must be, right? I think I talked about it in a previous stream. It's like, what? A girl's interested in my son? I'll have to go along with it. Use bug killers, use raid on her. Get her out of here. I don't really understand. Also, that's interesting when she says that that event's coming up later, because she might actually be talking about how in Konata route, she does do the hand-holding, right, during, on the way home from school.
それも速やかにね。というわけで1分後に玄関で。
Getting those grandkids one way or another. Off we go.
行ってきまーす。
You don't have to say it too, Konata-san.
そっちの方が幼馴染っぽいっしょ。っていうか彼女
I was also confused at how MC's mom just went along with it. It never made sense to me. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to think about it a little more, but like contextually, probably the best guess is that she's going along with it because she's just like, you know, oh, potential girlfriend for my son, you know, maybe something like that. Please have mercy. What would we do if people got the wrong idea?
現実に変えればいいのだよ。早く攻略されちゃいな。
You know this isn't a game, right? Little did you know, Ko. It's not so simple.
大丈夫。難易度が高くても攻略するから経験は豊富なのだよ。
Hell no, Conan. No worries, no matter how high the difficulty, I pull this off. Sure, but that's all been in games, right? It's also funny that he says this, right? And it's like he knows that, like in Konata route, he's like, oh, surely, like, you've dated people before Konata. But maybe that's because he saw her cooking and all that, so I don't know. I mean, this really isn't the same thing at all.
二人ともおはよう。朝から仲良しね。
Love at first sight from protagonist here. Ah, Minagishi-san, good morning.
さすが峯岸さん。わかる人にはわかるんだね。
It is strange she's not walking with Misao, though. Again, you're saying things that'll cause misunderstandings.
誤解じゃないわ。本当に仲良さそうだもの。でしょ？サーチ&デストロイがギャルゲの鉄則だもん。
Search and destroy. Search and destroy da. So this is a reference as well. Ayano route surprisingly has a lot of references for being such a short route. Search and destroy. So there's like this, like the OVA series for Hellsing. There's like this line where the character says like search and destroy da. So I guess I can show it. Probably is fine. I did think that this character was I wasn't sure what the gender of this character was at first.
私をなめるな重木。私は命令を下したぞ。何も変わらない。サーチ&デストロイ。サーチ&デストロイだ。我々の邪魔をするあらゆる勢力は叩いて潰せ。逃げも隠れもせず正面玄関から撃って出ろ。全ての障害へと積み押しつぶし粉砕しろ。
そうだ、それが最後のイチジクの葉だ。なんとも素晴らしい。またが生きれたぜ。
Yeah, so there you go. They in the original like manga, they write this as like Mutaki Hitsatsu, right? Like see enemy, like definitely like kill basically like certain kill upon like seeing enemy or something like that, kind of how you could literally interpret that. And so there's a little joke that, or a little extra layer to this in the Japanese that gets lost in translation. So instead of it being like mi teki hisatsu, it turns into mi moe he like ochiro, like I'm not sure how you would even read that in English, Japanese, but like how you'd read that out. But it's like see moe, definitely fall in love, kind of. It's like it's a play on the kanji compound that they use there. But that's lost in translation. Obviously, like, how could I have adapted that? No. Destroy? I don't like the sound of that. Unless it's destroying Konata. Am I going to be annihilated?
部分的にね、心の枷を壊してあげる。
Hey, hold on. Minigishi-san, don't get the wrong idea. Konata-san's just being
だって。
Oh, YouTube caught me for showing that a little bit. They were like, "Oh, you're showing somebody else's content, guys. You can't do that." Hopefully it'll be okay. Huh? What are you?
動かないで。ちょっと待って。
Minegishi-san stretched out her hand out towards me. Unsure of what she was doing, my body went stiff. Then she touched my lips.
はい、取れた。パンくずがついていたわよ。意外とそそっかしいのね。
Clap by YouTube again, yeah. I mean, as long as if they demonetize it, which they demonetize basically every stream I do, because I always show stuff like this, then whatever. I just don't want the stream getting taken down. That's what I'm more worried about. And then with a smile on her face, Minegishi-san popped the breadcrumb into her mouth. You ate that?
ごめんなさい。癖なの。ミサちゃん、いつもこうで。
Always do that with Misao, huh? Ayano, you have a boyfriend.
ごめんなさい。変なことしちゃったわ。
That would be pretty weird behavior, though. Imagine like some girl just you barely know comes up to you and just does that. It's like, what the heck's wrong with you? I can see why he got kind of like led on by this, right? Like, it's pretty understandable. It's like, it's pretty understandable to interpret it as like maybe Ayano's kind of into him and she's like trying to drop hints a little bit. No, I don't mind. It's just, wasn't that gross for you, Minegishi-san?
そんなことないわよ。本当にごめんなさいね。思わぬ伏兵か。
One Kusakabe is as good as any other. That's true. It's like she got the family bundle. The family pack. What do you mean by that?
フラグ起立に失敗したんだよ。まさかライバル出現とは。 恐ろしい子。
Right, Osoroshiko, I don't I think we can all know this one, right? It's the glass mask one, right?
それこそ誤解よ。だって私。
Yeah, then they did this like constant like they get just seconds away from saying that she has a boyfriend. Would have saved us so much trouble, but they never do it. You must understand this. You know that I.
やば、早くしないと遅刻する。走らないと危険かも。二人とも行ける？もちろん、走るよ。
And so, that's how the new day began. Of course, this wouldn't be the end of it. So, you're wondering what happens next? Well, it's a story that's both sad to hear and sad to tell. I hope you'll keep watching. Right, again, these moments, right? It doesn't happen very often, but we see here that the context of this whole game is somehow protagonist is telling us the story of what happened on his adventures throughout this time loop, right? Experience. Okay, so this is the Doki Doki Macho Shinpan moment, right? Again. That makes this route, yeah, the cheating route, the NTR route. This route is actually kind of one of the most phoned in routes of the whole game, because almost every moment here is recycled from other routes. So that previous moment was original, but like this is gonna just be like the Tsukasa moment almost. Like the Tsukasa version of this thing.
体の割にはすぐお腹すくのね。っていうか、チョココロネって
Which is so lame, to be honest. It's so lame that they just recycled scenes for this one. Lunch is on the roof. Lunch breaks on the rooftop. Konata-san emailed me something like that in the middle of 4th period. Ayano gets leftovers, yeah.
無駄なダイエット知識来たこれ。また何かやってるの？
Though interestingly, they took stuff from the
いい
Kagami
から
route
ご
for some
飯
of
食べ
this.
るわよ。
Not for this, but like one of the later scenes is taken from Kagami route,
でまた太ると
which is one that you wouldn't have been able to see at this point so far.
殴るわよ。
Hey, Konata got punched. Yeah.
殴ってるってコナちゃん早くお弁当中身傷むよ。
They weren't very enthusiastic with the cursed NTR route either. Yeah, I guess so. It's so they could lock in for the Misao route.
はいこれ
They were like, we need the Misao route to be extra good. So they didn't put as much time at the Ayano route. Exactly, yeah. What's this?
お弁当幼なじみの手作りだよ。
Konata-san, I've only known you for...
まあいいからいいから。
Does look amazing though. It's so fancy and tasty looking. Right, we've seen this one before. Yeah. Not much to
見
say
た目
about
だけ
it.
じゃないよ。食べてみて。
I streamed the Ayano route on my friend's Discord some months ago, and they were all like, "Why are you playing an NTR game?" Put the effort into a co-route instead. Yes. It really does feel like episode 6 was as every episode after you beat it has Lucky Memorial routes, right? And so it's like, why didn't they have one for after episode 6, right? Because that would have made perfect sense to have like Ko and Yamato route exist after episode 6. But they never did it, so unfortunate. Alright, here I go.
どう？美味しいでしょ。
It's Umaizo! The tamagoyaki is so good! This is the tamagoyaki to end all tamagoyaki. And the chicken karage, the color on the outside, the fluffy inside. Now this is the he's lying by the way. Now this is the information revolution of bento. Yeah, I explained this in Tsukasa route, but the IT revolution of thing is like some bit that like some Japanese comedian says. I couldn't actually find any real lots of information on that, but it's just like I guess if you know Japanese comedy, you know like, oh, that's that thing that guy says. Yeah. Yamato even has sprites that look like they should be for a route 2. That's true. Yeah, Yamato never uses she never uses the one where she has like the dot eyes in the game ever, and she never uses the one where she's doing like the fingies touching one either. Or actually no, does she might use that, she might use the face for that. I think she uses the face one for that when Yamato or when Ko like tickles her. I think they use the fingies one, but the face only. So yeah, they're just like, it's possible they did a Yamato route at some point, or they planned for one. Especially since this game again, right, like was supposed to be mostly a romance game originally, and Yamato was just kind of there as like an extra bonus character, and so presumably like in that framework, it would have Yamato's only purpose would have been to have been like an unlockable romance route. Tsukasa could really make all the boys fall in love with her cooking. Yeah. That's like, you know, that's something that I like that this game kind of does. Gives Tsukasa time to shine in that regard. Because they, you know, because Tsukasa is shown to be very handy in this game.
いや、そこまで言われると照れるね。
Making the costumes. She makes Kagami's dress in episode 5, right? And also the Tsukasa epilogue, right? She makes the tamagoyaki.
っていうかそのお弁当
Not the okonomiyaki,
作ったん
right?
でしょ？何をおっ
Also
しゃる
Hey
のよ。
Rocco animated.
これは私のお手製で。だったらなんであんたのお昼いつも通りのコロネなのよ。
Remind you of Monica, like from DDLC? I don't know too much about Monica, like DDLC. I just kind of like vaguely know about it. but I think I know what you are talking about when you say that. You're talking about like her like meta aspects to her, right? The meta aspects to Monica as a character. It's not quite the same if you ended up seeing the rest of the game. At least I don't think so. I guess I couldn't know, because I never played DDLC.
ほうほう。ならその弁当箱は何？私のだけど。
Yeah, not as extreme, I suppose. Yeah.
じゃあなんで裏に司の名前が書いてあんの？
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that Yamato doesn't exist like outside of the, like she's not like outside of the context of the game itself. Like she's like exists within the world of the game. They don't do anything like outside of the game context. Like it's all within the
司
world.
が早起きしてお弁当作ってるんだもん。
Hey, Ming fan. I think I've seen you before. Great to see you here. You know, this actually begs a question, since the bento is the same, like the CG for the bento is the same between this and the Konata route. It does beg the question of whether how would you say it? Whether Tsukasa made the bento even in the Konata route and she just got away with it.
お姉ちゃんバラしちゃダメだよ。内緒の作戦なんだよ。
Rogaku and Otosai is a parody of otaku culture and visual novels as a whole. Yeah, it's definitely not a deconstruction, right? Like DDLC, I guess, is kind of meant to be that, but it's based on my understanding of it. Tsukasa 100% made it into Konata route too. You think so? It's unclear. It's not definitively stated one way or other, but you certainly could interpret it that way. Yeah, RGO is definitely like, if I had to say much about it, it's a celebration and parody of otaku culture overall, right? Like you said.
ああ、やっぱそういうオチか。
Hey, Misao.
うん、なんでいいの？たまにはいいじゃん。一緒に食べようぜ。
Yeah, the manga, I guess not so much. Yeah, manga is a little more character focused. It's a little more about like just the characters doing stuff. Now kneel and propose.
ごめんなさい。お邪魔だったかしら。
Also, it seems streaming on Sunday mornings is doing pretty well, because I think earlier a moment ago we had like over 20 viewers, which is the highest the stream has ever had. I think that's only been beaten by the live viewership for
お席作りますね。
the RGO like finale, like when I premiered that. So that's pretty crazy.
峯岸さん、草壁さん、こっち座って。さすが柊の妹。姉と違って優しいな。
Unlike the big sis, she's actually nice.
はいはい、悪かったわね。お弁当食べようっと。
Based Misao, yeah. Konata-san, can I really have this?
お好きにどうぞ。深夜アニメがなかったら。
Cope Konata, you could have made it. You could have made it while watching anime.
私だって早起きして、今頃お弁当の1個や2個作って
Unless
き
you
た
didn't have a
はずな
TV
の
in your
に。
kitchen, I guess.
言い訳は見苦しいぜ。不器用なだけだろ。料理は得意だよ。今日は時間がなかっただけ。
Based.
チャンスちょうだい。ちゃんと作るから。ね、日にちを決めないとこがミソだ。
Notice how she didn't give you a day. One of those days I'll make it for you.
じゃあ明日。うわーダメだ。今日の夜また新番組があって、明日もあって、明後日もあって。
I'm fine with whenever. Just the fact that you'll make one for me makes me happy.
男の人ってやっぱりそうなの？
What do you mean?
やっぱりお弁当は手作りがいいのかなって思って。
Yeah, and then he gets the wrong idea
どうな
about
のか
this.
しら。
She's asking about it in the context of like she wants to like, you know, help do it for her boyfriend. Should have just watched it on a tablet while cooking. Compares mid to late 2000s. Yeah. She definitely would have, if she could. If that had been available at the time. Okay, so we gotta save so that way I can do the bad text here. It doesn't really matter. I'm just happy to be getting something. Wow.
だったらいいんだけど、でも
Yeah, I don't care. The thought doesn't count. All that matters is what I get. What's in it for me.
いいじゃん別に。だったらコンビニで買えば。
Yeah. She's, you know, it's interesting because right, because Misao's definitely talking about it. Like she knows what's going on.
それも嫌だし、本当どうしようかしら。
Did I say something strange?
どうだろう。まあとにかくリベンジすっから、幼馴染の手作り弁当の威力、その身に思い知るがいいさ。
Okay, so that's the end of that. Of course. Of course, there's a very big difference between something pre-made and something handmade.
やっぱりそうなんだ。だったらどうしよう。気にすることないわよ。心がこもっていたら OK でしょ。ナイス言い訳。説得力あるけど解決はしないよね。
Konata.
いいから黙れ。黙ってコロネ食ってろ。へへん、ちびっこ怒られた。
The load state thing reminds me of the emulator that... Well, I mean, it's PPS's PP, right? You might be playing on the same emulator.
なんでミサ吉に言われるとすごくムカつくんだろう。
Because you deserve it, Konata.
コナちゃん、抑えて抑えて。お酢を飲むと我慢強くなるよ。
Tsukasa. And then this. I think this is actually a real thing. Like, this is a real thing that Japanese people, like, thought or think sometimes. Like, it's one of those, like, what would you say? Like, I don't know how you describe it, but it's like those, like, women, like moms say this kind of thing. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, you can drink vinegar to improve your self-restraint. Like, just random, like, health-related superstitions or whatnot. But I like to think it's because she's drinking balsamic vinegar.
いい、遠慮する。
He's like, I love balsamic vinegar. I want to drink it all the time.
まあとにかくリベンジすっから。
If it's from someone I like, anything's good. Anything's good, even Hawaiian. Anything's good, even... I don't remember. The other one, you know what I'm talking about. If it's from someone I like, anything's good. Even if they gave me a bento from the convenience store, that'd make me really happy.
そうなんだ。お菓子は作れるんだけど、お料理は少し苦手で。
Make sweets, but you're not very good at cooking. That's kind of me.
簡単だよ。ハンバーグとかなら混ぜてこねて焼くだけだし。あと豚の生姜焼きとかどう？これも混ぜて焼くだけだよ。
Ginger pork.
今度教えてくれる？レシピ増やしたいの。
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess loading state is like a common topic. Probably looks pretty similar on a lot of emulators.
学園祭が終わったら遊びに来て、みんなでお料理しようよ。いいよね、お姉ちゃん。
Yeah, stuff like this is also good stuff that I wish that they could have done in the... They could have made some of these mini scenarios, right? Would have been cool.
別にいいけど。
It'd be fun to see a scene where they all try to cook. I don't even think that even happens in the anime, or maybe I'm wrong. I guess like Konata 30s, I think, has like a scene where they cook together. So, I guess they've done it before. But a scenario in this game would have been pretty cool for that.
何よその目は。料理ができない恥ずかしさに耐える鏡萌え。うっさい。人には向き不向きがあるのよ。
Also insane, like, we are over 200 views on this stream, like, what the heck? Guess everyone likes to watch Sunday morning. I'll have to keep that in mind.
まあとにかくリベンジすっから幼馴染の手作り弁当の威力その身に思い知らかい
Or maybe they're all getting triggered by the fact that I said farewell in the title, and they're like, "Oh, is he leaving? Is he finished?" And it's like, "No, I'm just streaming. It's just a normal stream."
やけに自信ありげだけど大丈夫なのかまあ見てるがいいさ食べて驚けみさきちよ
You didn't be blown away. Yeah, blown away because she's gonna like
休み時間あと10分だよ
she's gonna blow chunks because it's gonna be disgusting.
そういつの間に大変だってあれはあなんですごくはあ眠たく
Wait, you forgot to propose to me. So, oh, Mom, my bad. I'm sorry. Next time. Whoa, Sakasa-san, you can't fall
こ
asleep
こが
now.
限界だったか相当早く起きてたもんダメだねちゃんと眠らないと持たないよお前のせいだろほら司起こすの手伝え
Before long, lunch break was over. During the following class, I found myself drifting off into thought.
やっぱりお弁当は手作りがいいのかなって思ってどうなのかしら
Why would Minagishi-san ask me something like that? Oh no, it's beginning! Could it be that she's also planning on making me a bento? That would make me happy. I'd love for her to make one for me. I'd love to try it. Perhaps even more than anyone else's. She the kind of girl I like?
ほらことは遊びやったっちゅうか
I'm sure some people would be like, yes, yes, Nanako, yes! Huh? That wasn't about you, Sensei.
せやな教師と生徒の関係やちゅうわけで
Yeah.
授業中にヘラヘラすんな次やったら承知せえへんで
I'm sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. And so, on that note, afternoon classes also came to an end in the blink of an eye. Because he got knocked out later that day.
それではシーン63 3 2 1スター
Wait
ト
a minute, scene 63? What? That sounds weird. Isn't scene 58 the kiss scene? So this would be a scene after the kiss scene. What? Yeah, I think I've thought about this before, but I just like that is kind of weird, considering that the kiss scene is kind of suggested to be like the end of the play in RGO, in this game. Yeah, it's scene 58. So like, either they must have moved some scenes around, or I have no idea. Because scene 58 is like the end of the play, seemingly.
お前にできることは一つその一つを極めてみろイメージするものは常に最強の自分だ
So master that one thing. What you must imagine is always that you yourself are the strongest. So she's... Oh, yeah. I want a weapon. A bow won't do. I'll need a sword. A sharp and gorgeous sword that will defeat the enemy in one blow. 58 is the quote-unquote night scene. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's because I always just see like they do the kiss, right, and then it fades to white, and then they skip immediately to the I see a dream, or the distant dream thing. Yeah, so I guess overall it's just the sequence of events of how this play actually like plays out is it's a bit all over the place. It's not difficult at all. It is not impossible. From the beginning, this body was a magic circuit specialized for this purpose alone. So So we'll take a moment because that is obviously from Fate. I won't watch the whole scene because it is kind of go on for a while. It's the scene where they fight Berserker for real this time. Yeah. Or actually, no. It's like skips multiple things around here. This is something that Archer says soon after the previous thing that he said that Anime Tencho said earlier. Where he tells Shiro like this about like do not think about other things. There's only one thing you can do. Master that one thing. And this is something that he ends up recalling later during the Berserker fight in order to focus on making the very powerful sword, right? And so when he's making when he actually makes the sword, he's like, there's this scene, right? Where he says all that. Saber has his saber before he has the dream about getting his arm bit off by a dragon. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about Fate beyond what I researched for this game, so I'll have to play it one day. Maybe I can better piece it together then. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, she has the script for Archer.
しまった。アーチャー用の台本だ。次からはご注意ください。それにしても、ずいぶん上達されましたね。ほんと。結構やるじゃん。
Not really. My mind went completely blank.
それにしてはセリフを完璧に言えてましたよ。ほんと感心しちゃった。よく一日で覚えられたわね。
That's because the script was so interesting. Though I did also stay up half the night. Well, don't worry, Ko. You'll be staying up all of the night tonight.
無理はしないでね。読みにくいところとかなかった？
To explain that he has a dream about getting his arm bit off by a dragon is how the anime covered up the the sex scene. Interesting. So you're saying then that the kiss is an adaptation of an H scene, which is what I figured to some degree potentially, because Konata says some stuff that kind of implies that in Konata Route, I think. She kind of was like, oh yeah, there's like the stuff that, it's like, you know, there's the kiss, but then there's like the stuff that comes after, or something like, she says something like that. So that's very interesting, very interesting. So she was talking about the sex scene, oh my gosh, crazy. Hold on, there was something. What's this here?
その呪文ね。一応日本語の訳文もあるから、そっちに変えましょうか。
Yeah, I had something in the translator's notes for episode 1 about the sex scenes, but it was speculation for me because I didn't know enough about it to say for sure. I just knew that there were sex scenes in the game, and that the game, a lot of them take place at night, and so that's what I figured. It was like speculation that the kiss was like an age-appropriate way to adapt the sex scenes in the game. But I guess I'm right. I guess that's correct, given that it seems like this is an adaptation of a very specific scene, which is a sex scene. Would that be alright?
台本は練習中に変わって当然よ。他にもあったら遠慮せず言ってね。
Minigishi-san, thank you.
気にしないで。演技に集中して。いい劇にしましょう。頑張ってね。
As she said this, Minigishi-san held her hand out towards me. Uh-oh. For a moment, I didn't realize what she was doing. However, after wiping my sweaty palms, as palms are sweaty, knees deep, arms are heavy. Sweaty palms on my pants, I shook her hand. Same to you, I'll do my best.
やはりライバル出現。違うわよ。泉さんたらからかわないで。
Yeah. What? A girl wants to shake my hand? It must be because she's in love with me. Obviously. I mean, it is, to be fair, from protagonist's perspective, I could understand why he feels like he could interpret it that way. Not specifically the handshake, but just everything collectively. Yeah, you're making Minigishi-san uncomfortable.
フラグ立った感じ。また攻略難易度が上がったね。
I'm telling you, that's not it. Look, let's get back to practicing. As I was saying that, I realized that my face must have been a lot redder than I thought. Am I starting to become aware of something? Have I developed a crush for Minigishi-san? Hold on a second. I've only known her for a short time, right? It's definitely happening way too fast. But it's said that time doesn't matter when it comes to, quote-unquote, these sorts of things. Could it be... No, there's no need to wonder. It's true, isn't it? My face becomes increasingly red the more I think about it. Oh, I can't let myself get distracted. Let's stay focused on practice. When all was said and done, practice ended sometime after 8 p.m. I haven't had to project my voice like that in a long time. Actually, I've never had to before. My body is aching a bit too. Despite that, I'm not tired. Full of energy, actually. I stayed up half the night. You'd think I'd be pretty sleepy by now. However, I wasn't. Not even in the tips of my fingernails did I feel the slightest bit of sleepiness. Still, I'm going to bed early tonight. If I don't, I fear what will happen tomorrow. Well, little do you know. It was after I had left the school and was saying such things to myself that it happened. I saw someone out of the corner of my eye. She was wearing the school uniform and had a familiar appearance. It was Nagamori-san. Okay, yeah, this is all the same, so... Oh, I forgot, right, I was actually supposed to do, episode 0 for episode 3 before this, because so that way I could fix the issue where we don't end up going to the trading card shop. Because I think the reason why we're not going to the trading card shop in episode 1 is because I probably forgot to like save the fact that I went to the store. Like you have to go inside the store in episode 0 to get it in episode 1, which I didn't do. I probably ended up not choosing that option in the end. Anyway, not that important, but it's something I'll have to remember to do before the next stream for Misao route. Anyway, that was all the same, right? So, oh, an email. Let's see. Ah, it's from Minigishi-san.
頑張りましょう。
Let's do our best.
練習中だったかしら。邪魔だったらごめんね。今日は本当にお疲れ様でした。すごくいい演技で驚きました。特に明日は例の場面だし、いろいろと大変だと思うけど、頑張ってね。
What's the schedule for Misao route stream? I haven't decided yet. It'll definitely be probably like it's gonna be this upcoming week sometime, but I don't know when. It'll probably be on a weekday, like in the evening, though, most likely. Oh, that's right. I'm really gonna have to do that, huh? Yep, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. The day I have to kiss. Yeah, it'll probably be like similar to when I do stream in the evening, like around like 7 or so Central is when I normally stream if I stream in the evening. So sometime around then. Yep, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day. The day I have to kiss Misao-san in front of everyone. Probably not, unfortunately. What do I do? Seriously, what do I do? I have to do it. But can I? Given how Konoto-san's been handling this, I can just follow her lead and it'll probably work out. But still, we're not actually lovers. Minigishi-san, you won't be mad at me, right? She wrote it in the freaking play. I mean, of course she's not mad about it. I realized what I just said. Why did I say Minigishi-san? She and I are just friends. We don't have the kind of relationship where she'd be mad at me for kissing another girl. I mean, I don't know. There's some friends you could probably... I guess I just speculate. It feels like there's probably some kind of friends you can have with girls where they would feel that way about it. But I don't know. But I'm feeling sick for some reason. Could it be? Is it that I don't want to kiss Konodo-san in front of her? But why? How? Concisely and specifically. Give me the reason. I can't be worrying about all that. I need to practice my lines. Very virgin behavior. The kiss scene is scene 58, right? Yep. It somehow, yeah, it happens before the Berserker fight. Kiss aside, I still have to memorize my lines. But no matter how many times I read it, nothing would stick. I'm unable to memorize anything. Why, Minegishi-san? Why? Those words stuck with me for the next 5 minutes. I couldn't think of anything else. I ended up putting the script away after that. Laying in bed, I closed my eyes. But I can't sleep. I keep seeing Minegishi-san's face in my mind's eye. She was staring at me. Her face had an uneasy, sad expression. Why? Something about this doesn't make sense. So sleepless night turns to dawn, and we stay up all night being horny for Ayano. Okay, and then we could make a total fool of ourselves during practice, right? I'll have to remember that, like, some of these Yamato interactions actually have new dialogue if you play it in episode 6, or I think even in episode 7 state as well. I'll remember? That doesn't make any sense. And they take this from the Kagami route. Or at least parts of it. I turned around towards the voice. It was Kagami-san. Sorry. No, Kagami, that's like demented behavior. People who put their ringtone at max volume that's insane, dude. Don't do that. Imagine if you get a call like in the middle of something quiet, like you're supposed to be quiet, and then like you know, you get your Nokia just yelling at you. There was a time that happened actually with me. Like my ringtone in high school, I used to have a ringtone in high school for like a few days. Because when I first got a phone, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make my ringtone like really cool. And so I made it like the ringtone for like when the dual scream like in Luigi's Mansion 2, like when you get a call from EGAD. I made it that it was my ringtone. And I had it go off one time during like class. And I was like, this was so cringe and embarrassing that I never had a ringtone ever again. You know, it's even more demented when people have ringtones for when they get a text or any notification. That's insane behavior. Could you hold on for a bit? I'm talking to Nagamori-san right now. In response, I looked behind me, and sure enough, she was gone. Nagamori-san had disappeared. Again? Why does this always happen? Yeah, it's just asking. Yeah, I mean, you don't get beat up by your teacher for that, obviously, but like, it is so embarrassing because it's just like so cringe, and everyone just like, what is their ringtone, dude? Here's a BGM track from like your anime. I mean, it's probably a little better if you make it something that's more innocuous and it's not like, it doesn't scream like, oh, you're like a nerd, you know, but I could never do it. I'd always be so scared that it would just randomly go off in like some context where it's embarrassing for it to go off. Maybe. She gets up close to me without me realizing. It's the same reason why my phone background is like the default one. Because I used to have my phone background be something cool, but it was like, yeah, but like, what if I have to pull up my phone for somebody and then they see my phone background and it's like, they're like, oh, that's cringe, dude. And it's like, no. No.
学園祭手伝えって言っといて。本気で忙しいんだからさ。
But I'm just too self-conscious. That's all it really is. If I was more confident, I could do it. Tell us up at the school festival next time. We got a ton of work to do. If I see her again, I will. Alright, see you tomorrow.
じゃないわよ。今日のことちゃんと話して。
Well, you see, Kagami, I had an erection that lasted for more than 4 hours. Do I have to?
当たり前じゃない。誰にも言わないから。ここだけの話にしとくから。ね。
It better, Kagami. Really? Your lips are sealed?
いいから話せ。どんだけ迷惑かけたか分かってるんでしょうね。
They changed this for the Ayano route. In Kagami route, she says something funny here. I know, but can you promise me just one thing? Yes, before I told her, I wanted to ask this. After all, it was the #1 cause of this whole situation. I'll be upfront about everything, but I want you to keep this a secret from Minagishi-san.
どういうこと？
You'll understand what you hear it, so can you promise me that?
分かったわ。今聞いたことは峯岸には喋らない。約束するわ。
Thank you. Alright then, I'll tell you. You know, if I was in this situation, I would be like, I wouldn't be so willing to do this. I'd be like, why do you not want me to tell some other person? Like, this is gonna be some insane confession that, like, I definitely, I shouldn't, you know, be keeping secrets like this. Alright then, I'll tell you without holding anything back.
それでよし。で、何が本当の原因なの？
The truth is, it all started last night.
はあ？興奮して眠れなかった？
I was too aroused to fall asleep. You said that so loudly.
ごめん。でもなんで峯岸なの？
It's because her forehead, Kagami. Her forehead. It's so attractive. No. I don't know, but something about her. It feels like I can play tic-tac-toe on her forehead. It's so hot.
ねえ。もしかして峯岸のこと？
I'm sure what was supposed to come out next was have a crush on her. But Kagami-san didn't say that. She tried to, but seemed to be conflicted.
どうしよう。こういうことは私が言わない方がいい
What
の
do
か
I do?
な？
Is it better if I don't tell him about that? Something. Why would you not tell him? Tell him. This is so terrible of Kagami. She should have just told him. Something wrong, Kagami-san?
あ、その峯岸のことなんだけど。
You could boil an egg on her forehead. Do you know how useful that is? Yeah, you gotta. Oh my gosh.
あ、この音は司だ。もうこんな時に。
That's like some demented behavior. You could get like your magnifying glass and like do that scene from Toy Story where like Sid like fries Woody's forehead with the sunlight. Just do that with Ayano. Cook some eggs on there.
はい、もしもし。何？ああ、オッケー。ちゃんと聞けたよ。みんなに伝えて。わかった。そんじゃ。
What's Tsukasa-san doing? Is she in a meeting?
この件でちょっと。
No, Kagami! Come on! Tell him! What's wrong? You've been talking to yourself a lot.
ごめん。気にしないで。とにかく事情はこれで分かったから、あとはどう解決するかね。
I want to apologize to Konata-san, but will she forgive me? Tell him about my
それは
brother-in-law.
大丈夫よ。あいつだって多分同じことを考えてるだろうしね。付き合い長いもん。それぐらいはわかるわよ。
Alright, so what should I do? Do you think she'll be willing to meet up with me so we can talk?
その辺は心配しないで。みゆきと峯岸が動いてるわ。
Huh? What do you mean?
決戦は明日の昼休み。頑張ってね。
Yeah, Kagami's terrible here. Especially since she like had the she's like, oh yeah, I'll tell him. Like she's about to tell him and then she's just like, it doesn't matter. I don't need to. It's like, isn't it obvious like you need to resolve this issue? Cuz the way that it's not resolved at all, right? Cuz in all the other routes it's resolved by the fact that like the person that he's telling, right, is the person that he has feelings for. And so it's kind of like this, you know, it can get resolved in that way, right? But like we have no resolution to the fact that he has feelings for Ayano here. Okay, so I have to make a no. Okay, save here. And then yeah, so I can see the bad text. I think the bad text here is it's always almost every route's bad text is not very interesting, but I just want to make sure. I think it's basically that she just doesn't do the thing where like she's like, oh, maybe I should tell him, right?
まあ、練習中はずっと話してるし。
Yeah, so they just change it to the well, you have been talking to her a lot during practice. Then why was she making an anxious face?
劇がうまくいくかどうか、あの子ずっと心配してるもん。だからじゃないの？
Maybe.
とにかく事情はこれで分かったから。
You know,
どう解決するかね。
unironically, that resolves the situation way better than the good ending, the good version of that scene. And the good version, it like you get no resolution to that at all, whereas in the in this bad version, you get a little bit of resolution. You know, you get resolution in the form of an explanation maybe for why he was feeling that way. Anyway, so it's all the same. Talk about whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I have to get back to class. Kuroi-sensei is teaching 5th period. I need to hurry. I run towards the exit leading off the rooftop, and right as I try passing through...
お疲れ様。仲直りできたみたいね。
What? Why are you here, Minigi-san?
監視役よ。危なくなったらフォローしようと思って。
I see. Sorry, you two.
事情は柊ちゃんから聞いたわ。緊張して徹夜しちゃったの。
Anxiety, huh?
ごめんね。
That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant W. I meant this. Anxiety, huh? Why are you apologizing? It's not your fault, Minigi-san.
けど、台本を書いたのは私だし、それに一昨日の晩に変なメールを出しちゃったし。
That had nothing to do with it. Minigi-san, you haven't done anything wrong. He says that had nothing to do with it. Literally, it had everything to do with it. I was trying my best to appear calm, but my heart was racing. His heart's acting up again, guys. Gotta get the defibrillator out. She did promise, but obviously I was anxious. How on earth am I supposed to keep my cool when Minigi-san knows about that? I mean, yeah, I would be pretty nerve-wracking. Imagine that. Imagine that you... it's like, did she tell her that, like, I was, like, aroused for her all night long? It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, of course. Sorry for all the trouble I caused you two.
気にしないで。友達じゃない。あ、そろそろ授業が始まるわ。ひらぎちゃん、行きましょう。わかってる。それじゃあね。心配しないで。あのことはバラしてないから。
Thanks. So you really did keep it a secret.
わかってるって。誤解されるかもしれない。
It could have caused a misunderstanding, which is why I will not tell you the crucial information that'll prevent a future misunderstanding. Huh? What do you mean by that?
ひらぎちゃん、早くしないと。 それじゃあまた放課後に。
That's one less thing to worry about. Thank you for keeping my heart problem a secret. Yeah, she's you know, she's obeying HIPAA. No HIPAA violations today. But what does she mean by a misunderstanding? Who would be misunderstanding what? It was something that could be interpreted in many different ways. Oh well, I'm sure I'll understand soon enough, right? It's not very cash money if you call it. Yeah, she's being so terrible. Let's focus on the play for now. I need to make up for all the trouble I caused. And then they take this from the Konata route.
っていうか、明日ついに本番。
There's no question. We both know what's happening. I'm surprised my heart isn't racing right now, because that's what happens with my heart all the time.
演技がやばげなとこ結構あるのにね。
Make sure your left arm doesn't start hurting, protagonist. Also, aren't there still props and outfits that haven't been finished?
まあ、
Or
鏡も
right,
手伝ってるし、なんとかなる。
I forget which arm it's supposed to be. Like, one of your arms like starts hurting a lot before you have a heart attack or something like that. Again, don't say it as a question. Please, let's speak with more confidence. Anyway, why are we walking home together while holding hands?
もちろん攻略作戦だよ。で、まあ、なんかもうどうでもいい気がするけど。
Oh, you mean a heart attack? No, I wasn't talking about... Uh-oh. It's part of the route plan, of course, though I get the sense it doesn't really matter at this point. Why is that?
だって明日でエンディングでしょ。なのに何もイベント起こしてないもん。一緒にお風呂イベントとか、突然胸とか触っちゃうイベントとか。
What chest, Konata? What chest? There's nothing to grope. No taking a bath together event is insane behavior, Konata. We need 18 plus version of RGO that like adapts Konata's route according to her. Like everything goes according to her intended plan. Would be insane content. But those are bad things, aren't they?
でもさ、そうじゃないとキスできる感じじゃないっしょ。
But, well, when you put it that way... That's actually kind of surprising there's no doujin or fan content of any kind that like is based off that premise. I mean, in general, there's a surprising lack of RGO fan art that involves the protagonist. I think it's literally just like 1 or 2 pics of artists and that drew stuff like 15 years ago. Yeah, it wouldn't be canon,
練習でも
obviously.
してないでしょ。本番の時どうする？
Miyuki-san and Minigishi-san said they'd leave it up to us to decide, didn't they?
するんならズバッと、しないならキスするタイミングでライトを消してくれるって。
I heard that suggested earlier. Though, would you be okay with that?
なんで？
Wasn't the whole point of your plan to prevent something like that from happening?
ああ、まあ昔の話だし。
You sure you're not just saying that?
考えすぎると人生損するよ。君こそどうなの？
About what?
だからどうしたいかってこと。選択肢いろいろだよね。
Could I postpone answering until tomorrow?
準備があるからダメ。どうするか決まったらみゆきさんに報告しなきゃ。
Right. In that case, what do I want to do? Do I want to kiss Konata-san? In other words, do I like her in that way? I don't. Based! He hates Konata. I hate Konata-san. She's not even my friend. So given that, what do you think? What do you want to do? Is there someone you do like in that way?
どう？答え決まった？
Yeah, so when it comes to that scene, so there's... Yeah, we'll kiss, and someone I'm interested in is the right answer, right? So, what do you think we should do? I have no idea, or rather, I guess it doesn't really matter to me.
何それ
I don't
無責
know.
任すぎない
I don't know why. It doesn't even matter whether I kiss Konata or not. Sorry.
嘘つかないで。気になる人がいるんでしょ。
Huh? What? Why do you say that?
ははん、図星かな。そういう気がしたんだよね。
I'll leave that to your imagination.
とにかく攻略は失敗か。難易度バリ高だったね。
Sorry.
謝ることじゃないよ。私が勝手にやったことだしさ。何にせよ、明日のキスは中止。でも、なくても OK なぐらいにいい劇にしようね。
Of course, I'll do my best.
そんじゃ私こっちだから。バイバイ。
And so, with Konata-san having parted ways, I continue walking home. Will I be able to properly perform tomorrow? Have I properly memorized my lines? I've done it perfectly in practice. However, if I were to make a mistake in the end... I should stop thinking about it. Fretting over it won't do any good. Tonight, I'll take a bath without Konata, then go straight to bed. No doubt about it tonight. I'm exhausted. Surely I'll be able to sleep soundly. Well, what happens, happens. That's all there is to it. Okay, right. So, other bad choice first, and then we'll do the good choice. How about we do the kiss?
うん、今回は中止ってことで。
Wait, hold on. I just said I'd do it.
したくないくせに気になる人いるんでしょ。
Huh? What are you talking about?
そういう気がしたんだ。外れじゃないよね。
And it's like Honata's also being terrible here. It's like, I guess the idea is that she doesn't know it's Ayano, but like, how do you not know it's Ayano, Konata? Come on. I'll leave that to your imagination.
とにかく攻略は失敗か。難易度バリ高だったの。
Sorry, Konata-san. I can't. There's a girl I'm interested in. I was about to say who it was.
ああ、やっぱり予感的中だね。
No way, how did you know?
態度でバレバレ。名前も言ってあげようか。
No, don't ask me now. If someone were to find out, I don't think I could go to school tomorrow.
わかってるよ。そこまで悪趣味じゃないしね。
MISAO.
とにかく攻略は失敗。
Yes, this is the same.
謝ることじゃ。何にせよ。そんじゃ
Wait a second.
何？どうしたの？
So, about that girl I'm interested in.
ちゃんと教えてくれるの？
Yeah. Before I make it, they shouldn't have done this. This is one of my pet peeves about this route. I love it. They should have had the confession to Ayano happen, and then it turns out, then he finds out. They didn't do that though. Would have been so funny. Yeah. It would have been so good. Before I make a move, I want to talk to you about her. So, what are your plans for tomorrow?
ずっと応答祭だよ。休憩時間はあるけどね。
So, could you make time for me after the play?
うん。そしたら星桜の木のとこで待ち合わせしよっか。
Thanks. Alright, I hope to see you there. Waving at me, Konata-san ran down the street, disappearing into the distance. I guess it'll be the push I needed? However, I'm already at my limit. I can't keep my feelings contained. More than anything, I want to make them known. I hope Konata-san will be able to answer my questions about Minagishi-san. Well, she'll answer one question about it. I want to know what kind of boy is her type, not you. I want to know who she likes, Misa's brother. If I'm the one she likes, no, that'll be the best. It won't be. It'll be the worst for you. But there's no way it could be true, right? Yes, it can't be true. As I mumble such things while walking, I hope that it is in fact true. It won't be. My mind can't help but be filled with that desire. Tomorrow. It all comes down to tomorrow. That's when it'll all be decided.
ただいまより3年生合同部隊を開演いたします。繰り返します。ただいまより。
ヘイト
Heartbreak.
Stay right.
Heartbeat. Yeah. Tell me why you did it.
とあなたが私のマスターか。
Gazelle, AU. Do you have enough weapons in stock?
最後に一つだけ伝えないと。
What is it?
シロ、あなたを愛している。遠い夢を見た。みんな、お疲れ様。よかった。すごくよかったわ。特にありがとう。白役、大変お疲れ様でした。あら、どこからかしら。あ、これは。もしもし、もう来たの？うん。劇はもう終わったから。
There he is, my brother-in-law. Yeah.
わかってるよ。みんなに紹介するわ。この人が私の彼氏ですって。
Uh-oh. See, they set it up. I almost feel like they they were gonna have it. We needed to have it. He should have met Ayano, and then it's like he confesses, or he's like about to confess, and then he meets the boyfriend, and it's like, oh, what were you gonna tell me, protagonist? And it's like, ah, and then he dies from embarrassment. Yeah, we never get to see him. It would have been such a good opportunity. But it's precisely because they probably didn't want to show they didn't want to show Misa's brother is the whole reason why that didn't end up happening, probably. It was too cruel for the main character. Yeah, I guess so, but it would have been funny. Turning my head to see who it was. His heart doesn't skip a beat this time. Konata-san was standing there.
結構待った。お父さんが写真撮りたいって付き合わされてさ。
Oh yeah, her dad into photography too. Pictures of you in your costume?
もちろん、娘の成長記録の一つと、あと趣味だってさ。
Isn't that a bit of a weird thing to ask for your daughter to do?
もう諦めた。まあ私の親だしさ。それよか、相談って何？例の気にかかる子のことだよね。
Yeah. So, after the Oto festival, I plan on confessing to her.
で、その子って誰なの？
Base dad. Yeah. I mean, I always think though when it comes to Konata, like Sojiro just really cares a lot about Konata, honestly. He's a little touchy and feely, right? Because he just kind of his nature, right? But like I think he means well. With Konata specifically, right? I understand with other people it could be a little different, but I guess that's still a secret to everyone, huh? It's Minigishi-san. Yeah, it's all she's all he has. So yeah. Anyway, this Nanto is meant to be. I don't even know how they people who like who wrote the the more stripped down translator's notes that I base a lot of my translator notes off of. I don't know what made them think that this was a reference to this, but they thought so, so I ended up doing it too. The Nanto is apparently meant to sound very... She's trying to imitate, like, apparently the way Seabook Arno pronounces Nanto. Specifically. Which she doesn't do a very good job at, I don't think, if I remember.
Nanto!
Yeah, it's just like that.
Nanto!
Yeah, I can kind of hear it, but it's like, eh. Bit of a strained reference there. What was that for? Aren't you overreacting?
いや、だって、もしかして知らないの？
Don't know what?
峯岸さん、彼氏いるよ。
I see.
ごめん、言わなかった方が良かったかな。
No, it's okay!
あ、じゃあ、相当重症みたいだね。
Of course it would be! But nobody told me that was the case.
ベラベラ喋ることじゃないもん。それにしても前途多難だね。
Kagami should have told him. Absolutely. I mean, it was over from the start, you know? What do I do now? Gosh, somebody, Kagami, should have told me sooner. Some company needs to invent a time machine as soon as possible. Well, there we go. You're kind of gonna get your wish, Ko.
どうしたいの？峯岸さんのこと諦める？
I mean, you don't really have any choice. Unless you're gonna try to NTR Ayano. Yeah, I'll give up.
の、嫌にあっさり。
She has a boyfriend. I'd feel awful if I were to make trouble for her. I just want Minigishi-san to be happy.
大人だね。
I'm not a grown-up, but I do feel as if I've grown up a little bit. Play on words there. The classic Ayano goodbye. My situation with this is if I could get more emotes, I would definitely make one of them. Ayano goodbye. My situation with Minigishi-san is definitely unfortunate, but I can't keep holding on to her forever. Oh yeah, Misa would beat him up if he tried to do it. Rip Ayano, she's dead. The first love doesn't bear fruit. I've heard of such a superstition before, but to think it would happen to me. Didn't happen to me though, in real life. My wife is the first girlfriend I ever had, and the only one I've ever had. So, ha ha ha. Take that, protagonist. Oh well, a little bit of unrequited love is part of the spice of life. Tomorrow is a new day. Let's live that day to the fullest.
Goodbye, my love. そして新しい自分にハロー
Konosuke-san, you can't just butt into a person's inner monologue like that.
そんなこと考えてるんじゃないかなと思ってね。
Well, you weren't exactly right, but you were pretty close.
そんなに落ち込むことないよ。失恋もまた来い。今日の教訓を次の恋愛に生かそうよ。
You're right. Thanks, Konosuke-san. And she's gone. She's just straight up gone from the sky. It's said that love helps people grow, but I wonder if this experience has helped me grow as well. I feel like a small void is formed in my chest, but there's already a new wind blowing. Dude, you gotta get that checked out. What do you mean you feel a void in your... I understand what he means, but like, it's like the heart thing. It's like your chest feels empty and you feel wind blowing in your chest. Uh-oh. You sure you didn't get shot with a bullet or something? So, Nanja Korea! You know, you're gonna be doing that. Which I know I'm making a reference nobody's gonna get, because that's an episode 5 reference. Nanja Korea! The shout at the sun, where some guy gets shot and then he's like looking at his bloody hands. Surely someday I will fall in love with someone else. That someone else being Misao. He's a nobody for Kingdom Hearts. Maybe. But I will never forget falling in love with Minigishi-san. Thank you, Minigishi-san. I love you. And then it's the end, right? So. Yeah, Kyokun Tenwa, right? Hey, we finished Ayano route. 29:59. We almost hit 30 hours. That's crazy. We've obviously, it's been going on longer than 30 hours, but that's so much. Goes to show you how long this game can be if you play it like at a more casual pace. But of course, there is the extras, right? There is the Ayano mini scenario. 29:59 plus Gavin. So Ayano mini scenario. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't find her for a second. So this one's like a... They basically give you a romantic moment with me with Ayano, since they didn't give you one in the actual game. A mini scenario Ayano, if you will.
さっきまで聞いていた優しい声が聞こえないのがちょっとだけ寂しく思えてしまいます。
Rubbing salt in the wound. Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta be cucked. This is a cuck scene. You gotta watch Ayano be romantic with her boyfriend. And you're forced to watch it.
静かな夜、お昼の喧騒が嘘みたいな静かな夜。
The feel like a fib, I remember working really hard to... I remember trying pretty hard to make this sound like poetic, the writing here. So the feel like a fib is like very like... Oh yes, that's very poetic sounding.
今自分は一人なんだなって思うと
And feeling a bit forlorn as
少
well.
しだけ寂しくなります。でも、そう。でも、そんな思いはすぐに消えます。
This game is cruel.
なぜなら、目を閉じれば、あなたの声が聞こえてくるから。離れていても、この場にいなくても、いつもいつも聞こえるから。お昼の喧騒が嘘みたいな静かな夜。あなたの声だけが私に聞こえる。あなたの優しさだけが私に届く。温かくて優しくて眩しい。そんなあなたの思い。真っ暗な闇でもきっと太陽みたいに照らすその光は私だけのもの。
Is the protag winning? No. No, we're getting cucked right now. We have to watch Ayano be romantic with her boyfriend. Meanwhile, we just sit in the corner and watch.
私だけを包んでくれるもの。私のそばにはあなたがいて、あなたのそばには私がいて、道に迷ってどうすればいいかわからなくて、そんな私の背中を押してくれた優しいあなた。
You know, you gave us the push we needed to do well in the play. But, didn't work out, did it?
そんなあなたがいてくれたら、きっと私は強くなれる。
Goes crumbling into dust right now, yeah. Just to watch all this. I mean, he is obviously not actually watching all this, but, you know.
あなたがいてくれれば、きっと私は迷わないから。私に強さをくれたあなた、強さを教えてくれたあなた、あの日見た花火みたいに輝いて。
Uh-oh, fireworks you saw that day? I wonder if this is actually talking about this takes place after the school festival. Although wait, no, there wouldn't be fireworks then, right, guys?
あの日繋いだ手みたいに。
Yeah, obviously not.
ぎゅっと固く
Some previous thing that they went to where they saw fireworks. It is very romantic. Like, this is actually very poetically. Like, I put a lot of care to make it written very romantically, like, poetic and stuff.
あなたが好き、大好き。あなたとならきっとずっと一緒に歩いていけるから。
Because yeah, there's like some what she literally says is slight, like there's like some slight tiny differences. Sometimes I change it to make it a little more poetic. Nothing big, of course, but
寂しい夜も孤独の
I
朝も
recognize that the poeticness was an important thing to like preserve in English.
手は届かなくたって、姿が見えなくたって、この思いだけは届くから。あなたが大好きだから、大好きだから。でもだからこそ不安になってしまう。あなたの声、優しい手、そして眼差し、私に向けられているそのすべてが失われてしまうことを恐れている。はあ、そんな私は臆病者。でも最初からそんなわけではなかった。
Yes, as before brother-in-law.
臆病になってしまったのもあなたに対する思いから。あなたが私を変えた。あなたが私を幸せにして、そして臆病にもした。それはたった一つ確かなこと。あなたが私を変えた。
What about him? What about him has changed you, Ayano?
だから私はあなたの竿だけ。
Uh-oh. Your bamboo pole? Okay. So actually this is gonna take some time to unpack a little bit. So yeah, we'll have to unpack that a little bit. Just joined, by the way, Full Metal. Oh yeah, you joined it like right at the end. So we get to Ayano, right? This would yeah. So the Takuya, alright, yeah, Takuya Sayodake is like, if you live in Japan and you like, I guess apparently this happens sometimes. Like there's like these, it's kind of like the ice cream truck. There's like the bamboo sellers that go around and sell you bamboo poles. And they do it because like it'd be hard for you to like bring it home in your car, or like if you had to walk home with it. Like they're so long and people hang up laundry on them and such. So like apparently that's why they do that. But they kind of are like this. Yeah. There's actually I was actually going to use a different video that sounds I think closer to how it sounds in the in RGO. Like the Takeya Sayodake sounds like closer. But I ended up having to not use it because it turned out that the footage of that had some like crazy backstory where it was like some guy was like really upset and like pissed off that these bamboo sellers were going around the neighborhood, and he was like gonna record, like he was recording them to like stalk them, apparently, like stalk these like bamboo sellers because he was fed up with them. And there was like some Reddit post where somebody was like talking, there's this crazy guy, like he hates the bamboo sellers or something like that, and like it's like, oh yeah, like he uploaded it to YouTube and it's the same video. It was like, oh my gosh, there's some drama behind that video. So I went with something more innocuous. But it's crazy. There was some insane lore behind that video, and so I was like, I don't want to be involved in any sort of issues with showing that footage there. It's crazy. It's crazy with some stalking situation, or I have no idea. Some dispute, some weird situation. The bamboo pole and the So this was something I didn't make it into episode 3's release. When I did episode 3's release, I didn't have this note originally because I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it because it's so in the original Japanese, they write it as like just written this way. Now, if you're like a 4channer, or not a 4channer, but like a 2channer, like you're on 2chan, you're on stuff and Futaba, you know what I mean? You're in that area, you associate writing this very specific way with something specific. So apparently there is this drama involving the baseball player Tadano Kazuhito. He apparently prior to being in baseball, like being a baseball player, or maybe actually when he was still I don't know the full details of this. I think he was a baseball player in like the minor league or something. I don't know. And he performed in a gay porn film called Manatsu no Yo no Inmu, A Midsummer Night's Lewd Dream. And then they found out that this guy was in it, and it caused a huge scandal where he wasn't able to play baseball for a while, and he had to like go to America to play baseball in the US because nobody would, like, it was a whole scandal. And so there's a lot of like mockery of just the whole situation because there's a moment you're not getting the YouTube money, bro. Definitely not for this one. So there's like a whole like thing where like people make fun. This is him, by the way. Like this is like a drawing of a very iconic moment where he goes like right. And yeah, people like make fun of like gay porn on 2chan, like with this imagery, right? So yeah, there's like a lot of parodies and like kind of joke videos based around this. But this was one I found out was pretty funny. So I've never seen this movie, obviously. But he's asking for his ID. So I know at one point, we're gonna see it in a second, but at one point in this movie, I think there's like from other parodies I've seen of this, there's like a moment where it taught like the baseball player, right? Like he is in a scene where he's like he has to like bark like a dog, and he's like it's like it's some messed up weird stuff, right? But they're gonna make fun of it in a second. It's him. It's him. Throws the Pokeball. Yeah, there he goes. Wall.
しばらくまだ行くな。よし、今度はお前が入れるやつ。よし、待ってる。情けない格好恥ずかしくないよ。じゃあ俺ギャラもらって帰るから。先生お願いします。陸上お願いします。先生でした。年齢は170で身長が水長がやばい。仕事は67キロ。まだまだです。今日初めてですからこれで終わりでないですから。それは一生懸命参加して。
Clean your video history after this.
あと一つ失敗。
Oh yeah, TDN is how people usually refer to this. If you ever see TDN, like that's how they refer to this guy, like Tadano. In the context of this image, like it's usually the TDN is what you'll see. So anyway, all this is to basically say that if you're wondering, is the bamboo pole like thing meant to be like double entendre or like, you know, sexual reference? The answer to that is yes. It was intended to be that way, and it was intended to be. This was meant to kind of sound, yeah. You're meant to interpret her as You're meant to read that in more ways than one. Let's put it that. You know what I'm talking about.
そのまま日記を投稿してしまったと。
So yeah, they're basically she posted pornography on her. Well, no, it isn't obviously. She posted her love for his bamboo pole on her blog.
ありえねえ。でもそれならすぐに削除すれば？だってせっかく長い時間かけて書いたのに削除してしまうのもちょっと。
Just save a local copy of it, Ayano. You don't need to have it on the internet.
苦しい。ミサちゃん笑いすぎ。でも残すか消すかどっちかしかないでしょう。どっちにすれば。
You'll have to delete it, obviously, Ayano. Such a cute laugh, honey, for your ears. Yeah, it's a good laugh.
苦しい。
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, Ayano, you don't have to leave it up there. But okay. So I guess that's the end of the stream, guys. Thanks everybody for coming out. It was crazy stream. I'm sure next stream will also be very crazy because it's going to be the Ayano route. So yeah. Maybe even we'll have to start episode 4 because, you know, Ayano route might not, or not Ayano route, Misao route might not be long enough to do it, but we'll see. Delete your blog and leave the internet forever. But yeah. Man, yeah, this stream was, some reason a lot of people showed up to this one, so maybe I'll have to consider doing more morning streams when I can, but we'll see. With that, though, thanks everybody for coming out. It was great, and I'll see you all next time.